Okay, it's not perfect because I had to do this really quickly and I don't want to open Photoshop, but it will work for what we're doing. Whatever. It's
Neat.
fine. All right, so what I will do is before we get started, I do want to say the ship that I was initially planning to use as the thing where Jirani is captured didn't work out the way that I wanted it to, unfortunately, and I could not edit it the way that I wanted to, so I have altered which ship it is. Nothing about the story so far or anything along those lines has changed. It's just a different looking ship.
Gotcha.
Because of that, I'm going to show you guys what it looks like because you guys saw at least the exterior. So that's what I was just doing, was setting up the exterior. So this is the actual ship that they're in. It's very pretty. I very much like it. And it works way the fuck better than what I was trying to do before. So
it's the money.
Okay, I'm just gonna point this out. If you look for any fucking spaceship on any fucking website, you will find 50 Millennium Falcons, all of which with their own names.
They're all Millennium Falcons. It's insane.
Yes,
I have found quite a few that aren't, but I could not get away from it this time. I tried really hard.
That being said, this is definitely one of the better looking, not Millennium Falcons. Aluminum birds.
Not quite.
So here is the situation. To retcon everything. You guys, the lookout party, when you guys were over here, we're over here behind these boxes. Down here in the bottom right.
Okay.
Open that up a little bit more. There you go. So yeah, you guys are down here. The loading ramp that dropped was here. That the big dude came out and the other dude was right here. The cockpit that Saber, that Mr. Tex managed to scratch up to hell is right here.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. I just want, and there's a secondary door over here, landing, whatever, ramp thing that could be opened over here. This is a regular airlock. This is more of a regular airlock for outside station stuff. This is the actual one that dropped down, that the guy ran down, and then Jirani saw the other dude standing over here, recognized a patch, and fucked off into the ship. That is the retcon, okay? Just so that we're all on the same page. Again. Yes. Well, we'll find out if he is seen again or not. That's half the fun. But due to some limitations of time and artistic skill, mostly mine, I could not make the other ship work. But everything else is still the same. This thing has a large, what is obviously a tank of some kind here in the center, for various materials, can haul stuff. That's where we're at. Okay, cool. Just so we're all on the same page, because it's kind of a weird one.
All right.
I thought I would be able to do it, and I wasn't good enough. I'm not good enough.
Yeah, we
knew that.
Yeah,
so we have this message given to us as we are packing in for the night, right?
Yeah, actually, as you guys sort of all lay down after maybe about an hour of maybe chilling out or trying to get to sleep, then your phones go off around, or the people who originally got the message. So that'd be Tex. I think Oswald had a phone, but I
did not.
Okay, you didn't.
Leaf did.
Yep.
Tex, Leaf, and Evil.
Yep. So your guys' phones go off with this little message at about 10 p.m. for you guys. So,
well, shit. I'll go ahead and share it with Ozzy, who's in my room, and I think Leaf. I don't know, whoever else is in our room. Wait, wasn't Jace working?
I thought
in our
Jace
room?
was
Jace
in
was
your
working.
room.
Yeah, that's right.
Jace is
Yeah, I'm
working
in
in
there.
the room, but yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and share with both of them.
All right.
Oh boy.
Whatever you do, don't alienate the mad
So-
scientist.
That means tomorrow stuff's going down. So,
we gotta get there soon.
yeah, you want to try and hatch some kind of plan tonight, I guess?
He says she's leaving the doors unlocked. Shouldn't need too much of a plan. But yeah, let's see what we can do.
Well, it wouldn't hurt.
Well, fine. We get inside, and Mr. Wanted Criminal here takes care of the rest of them, and then we get the girl out, and then we get our friend out, and problem solved.
Right.
That said, shouldn't you get your friend, what was it, Rex or something? Let him know about all this if he seems interested in what's going on.
I know. I don't think I need Rex. I'll probably let what was her name? Audrey. I'll let Miss Audrey.
Yeah, all right. Just make sure we're not stepping on any toes that we don't need to be stepping on.
Yeah, yeah. I do have an idea, which may not be a good idea, but it's like a plan D. I wonder if we can figure out.
BSC. So
Well, yeah, this is like last resort. I wonder if we can figure out some way to forcibly vent that bay of oxygen, or just open the big main hatch, one or the other. Because I mean, if we can get the girl out quick and clean without any shooting, we could just leave the door open and then just remove all the air.
Oswald gets out of bed, starts suiting up, and as he's doing so, just kind of says, yeah, that's a last resort, but
Yeah,
it's an option, I guess.
I think
If-
Plan A would be sneak in. Plan B would be shoot everyone in there. And
we
then
know where the
we'll
command
figure-
deck is. We know how to get there, and if we want to, let's see, what would the process be to leave the station? Would there be an in cockpit, like just signal that you want to leave, and then the doors are automatically opened, or do you need to get someone to open the garage for us?
Typically, it can be handled in cockpit, but what happens is you send a signal to the station confirms that signal, making sure that there's nothing behind you as
Mhm.
you're coming out. And there is a mag lock on your ship so that you don't, drift away in very little gravity.
Maglock and Mia Gironi can take care of.
And then the blast doors go up, the mag lock disengages, and you're allowed to essentially leave. It's a relatively simple process, but you do need confirmation from the station for that mag lock to be typically disabled.
What if we don't need to vent it, but well, if we get the girl out, then we get the walls to go up, and they're trapped there for as long as we need them. Just as long as we alert the crew that they're dangerous criminals on the inside, they shouldn't be too keen on letting them go. Might not be too keen on venting the doors either, but still, it's an idea.
That is an idea. I'd be worried
We're
about them
probably gonna
radioing
want
their
to make
friends.
sure Leaf and Lexia know to be seen when that happens, because don't think they're on too good of terms with the station right now. He just kind of glares over at Leaf. But it's an idea.
Okay, so if we can figure out how to control the mag locks to make sure they stay locked, and figure out how to control the doors, I think that's all we really need to move. All we really need to move in and try and save that.
Well, doors are going to be controlled with the command center, which there should be one nearby the bay. But we need someone to break in there and hook up wirelessly, or we can get a we can get a line shunt into that room, or at least nearby. We can get to Girani and have him work his magic in order to close the doors when we leave and escape. But we need to get a line shunt into the control bay.
Right. Okay.
Station. I don't know how much you'd know. Roll me a programming and intelligence check really quickly. Since you guys are doing this without Jirani.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not my
planning
strong
it out.
suit.
Yeah. Okay.
4.
Yep. Seems like a plan.
Seems like a good plan. It's the best I got, anyways.
Okay. I'm gonna text Audrey and basically just tell her like, I don't know how. I don't think I know how comms work. Like they can be intercepted or read, or so I'll send it also kind of coded and be like, let's see, we're having the party, not a party. We're having the party tonight. Parents coming tomorrow. Be advised, I guess. I don't know, something like that. You're invited. I don't
Okay.
know.
Okay.
Your friends are invited. Your friends are invited.
Okay. But not you.
Well, I don't think she's I don't think she's a fighter that I know of. I don't know, maybe she.
Okay.
I don't think she'd have a problem pulling the trigger if that's what you're implying, but she might not be the best.
Sure she would, but it's more of a. I don't think she'd bother to sully her hands with it. Is what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then I guess I'll try and round up our little.
Okay. I'll leave it to you guys as to how you want to do all this. Most everybody's asleep, but you guys all have like I think the 3 or 4 rooms near each other.
Yeah. Oh,
do they have this motel like doors between the rooms?
I don't think so. Well, maybe.
I'll just go to everybody's room and knock and tell them to meet. Oh, you cut out there, Thunder.
Did I?
Yeah, like that whole center chunk of what you said.
I don't know. But yeah, I imagine it's a very cramped room. It's the main part. So I'll go over and just wake up Jace, who I assume is trying to get some sort of rest on the table.
Probably passed out a little bit, yeah. But
Jace just kind of tap her shoulder.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Yep.
I'm going over with the assumption that you're asleep at the workstation, because that just kind of seems like a valid idea.
Yes, I would most likely have done that.
You feel a bit of a cold glove just kind of tap your shoulder a few times.
No, what?
Jace.
Yeah.
Made of a change of plans. Looks like there's a situation with Gironi. He's probably going to be in trouble if we don't get to him tonight, but doors are open for us. So we're going to go do a bit of a reconnaissance and recollection mission. Welcome to come if you want. In fact, I would encourage it. More hands, the better. Of note, there might be some station security there as well, just to make sure things go according to plan. I'm not entirely sure what my friend there's gotten himself into, but we're going to hope for the best.
Yeah, I'll tag along. Just let me grab my stuff.
I'm gonna go knock on Leaf's door, whichever room he was staying in.
Okay.
And he's not there. Dun dun dun.
Is he not there?
No.
All right then. Oh, you got a phone though. I'll just message Leaf then. Was there anybody else in your room, or was it just you?
That he can't read.
You'd see a fucking pop up. You just don't know how to like get in and fucking reply again. Because I was gonna send basically a group text to everybody, just be like, meet at my room or our room or whatever.
That's gonna be kind of hard for Leaf because little retcon, he did not shave his beard.
Okay. Is Leaf imprisoned right now or something?
Not yet, but he is making his way to the MRC area.
Would we know this at all?
He wouldn't have said anything.
Is there a little note on his bed or something? Is it written out in chocolates?
Oh, chocolate.
Well, okay. Yeah, no, I would have messaged everybody and been like, meet here, and then we'll see if we get a reply. And yeah. So everyone, Giraffe and Nord, everyone got a message to meet at the room the text.
Okay, I'm going over there.
I'm already in his room.
I don't even know what room I stayed in, but
I think you and Lexi are sharing a room.
that makes sense.
But yeah, I'll also have to wake and chase up. Just go and make sure you guys are coming. So you're knock on your door there.
Yep, I grabbed my stuff. I'm coming.
Yeah, you're already in the room. Don't worry.
Still asleep?
You know.
Still half asleep?
You guys coming in? Can I come in? Someone's coming somewhere.
Into our room, or we're meeting in our room. So you're
Yes.
good.
Point being, we all show up. I assume, unless Lexi is also somewhere else. Damn it.
Nah, she'd be there.
Okay.
All right, then I would wait a few minutes and then be like, well, I don't see Leaf, so I will message Leaf directly and be like, hey, where are you at?
He fucked off. You probably won't get an answer. So.
All right, well, I guess Leaf's out. So that's unfortunate since he's one of our guns. So we're moving tonight. We got some words. Some of you probably already got the message. Things are progressing sooner than we thought, but we're going to move tonight. The back door is open, as it was told to us. So we have a couple of options for how we want to move forward with it. But the gist of it is, I think the easiest thing to do would be try and sneak in whoever of us can sneak and try and get that little girl out.
I'm not particularly stealthy, but I don't know that anyone else here is either. Anyone?
Nope. I have
Anyone
decent
in order
dexterity, but
not
not sneaking.
alert everyone.
What would its stealthiness be under?
There's a
I'm pretty
sneak
sure it's
skill.
just sneak.
Oh, sneak. Mine's
Yeah.
-1, so
Yeah.
I'm so
I
used to
think
being
it'll be
stealthy
good.
with my other character.
Well, that's plan A. Plan B is infiltrate the ship and kill everyone but the little girl, and then that's
And
our other.
Gironi. Kill everyone but the little girl and Gironi.
Oh yeah. Well, of course, I figured that one out. Saying, of course, I wouldn't want to kill that little.
Somewhere on the ship, Ronnie sneezes.
His ears grow hot.
Anyways,
And then plan C, we don't quite have figured out yet. Plan D is to just open up the door on the ship and then just vent it, but try and still figure out how to get the girl out. So right now, I think our best, most viable option is actually just to go in there and shoot everybody based on our current skill.
fortunately, yes. But
I liked it, Lynn.
look, Lexi, so looks around and he's not here. All right. How about this? Lexi, Katem, and I will head into the ship. I'm gonna get Gironi, and once we're in there, we can formulate a plan for ourselves. But I want Tex and Jace on the outside. I want you to go in after us in case anyone tries to follow us inside. Just two waves of us, two waves of men, and make sure that we aren't, nobody's sneaking up behind us. Cover the ship fully.
Well, I honestly, I'd prefer to take your place. I'd rather go in first and make sure that you're safer outside.
Done.
You've already been doing some. Hey, yeah,
Done.
you're good, man.
Go.
No need to put yourself at risk. I know that you haven't done much of the stuff before, so I'll move in with. I'd feel a lot better if we had Leaf with us, but apparently he's not around.
Which
I don't know.
means,
Does anybody know where
Lexi, you're going to be taking the brunt of this one, looks like. Although that brings me to the next point. You called for station security, right? Or at the very least, you alerted your friend from the station, right? That's a thing. Or are they station? Tex?
Oops, sorry. What? I was looking through some stuff on my sheet.
Not you two.
I was eating. No. I was looking through stuff on my sheet. What's
You alerted your friend from station security, right?
Security is a maybe strong word. Yeah, I
Are they
let the
associated with
lady.
the station, the MRC?
Yes, they are aware that I said the party was tonight. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. We got an uninvited guest, or at the very least well, someone who probably isn't going to be nice to show. And I just kind of gesture over in Lexi's vague direction.
Well, that's true. They didn't say they were coming, but I just let her know that it was going down. As far as what all went down, because I don't know if I even am privy to what the hell happened on that mission. Because there were like some vague sketches that came through, but like I never saw the like I don't know, and like
Pretty sure I thought all of it was disclosed after.
was it? Okay, has it only been a week? It feels like it's been 2. All right, yeah, I don't know. We'll figure something out with
Does she
that.
even know you're associated with us? Out of curiosity.
No, not
So you're the
just
only
me.
face they know.
They know me and Leaf, and well, they saw. I think I told her that we were there as a group. I told Rex that it was just me, but I think I told her that we were there. Yeah, because I said we have a guy on the inside, so I'm pretty sure she knows,
Uh-huh.
but not specifics as to like what everybody looks like.
Let's just assume they're gonna shoot anybody with a patch and no one else. And let's also make sure that fucking Jerome doesn't have that patch on him when he comes out of the ship.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Good idea. Let's do it.
Oh boy. I start walking off to the base. This is gonna be fun.
And if the control room is on our way or isn't too terribly far out of the way, I wouldn't mind. Let's see. Is the control room controlled by MRC? Because I mean, they're the station managers, right?
No, they're not. The station MRC has a relationship with the station, but they only control their area.
But the assistant lady
itself,
is the station.
She is not exactly MRC. She's kind of friends with MRC.
Oh, okay, I got you. So then she would still be.
It's a weird sort of mix there where MRC has a huge amount of influence, and a lot of their people work with the station, but the station itself is technically its own entity.
Okay, but then she is the assistant to the manager for the whole station, which
Yes.
would therefore have its employees in the control room, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The station does, yes.
Yeah.
But not MRC, that's all.
Okay, then I think if it's kind of on the way, I'd like to stop by the control room first, for the like that bay or whatever, however that's all controlled. Is it like near the hangars, or is it like in the MRC for like controlling the mag locks, for example?
Each sort of section has their own generalized control room that sort of overlooks everywhere.
Okay,
like 10 to a control room or something like that.
Yeah, something along those lines.
Okay, then yeah, I'd like to try and stop by the control room that would control that bay first, just to get our backup plans in order.
You see, it's actually it's a pretty standard one. It's got like a bubble that allows it to see across about 8 to 10 areas, video feeds and things like that. There's a set of stairs that leads up to a raised platform that it's located on. I wonder if I can find a.
Imagine it's also got security on it, cameras, guards.
Yeah, I actually don't want to break into it. I want to see if I can convince them to do something.
Talk your way into it.
Yeah, yeah.
Here, I'll slap a line shine into your palm before you head up, and just that's what you're gonna need if it works.
I have no idea. Do I just stab something with this?
Look,
I have no idea how this thing
what I hand you is basically, I think, like a pad, basically a circular sort of like plate about the size of your palm.
Oh, okay. A line shot to me sounds like something you stab into like a conduit or something.
It is a.
So, just for reference, that sort of top area there, very top left, that sort of
yeah, that's what I was
area,
thinking.
that's kind of what it looks like. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's maybe a centimeter thick, and it's about the size of your palm. And one side looks sort of just pure black, and like the sides of it do as well. And then one side is a sort of very light blue. It almost looks like a kind of like Velcro or something. It's an adhesive side. What you want to do is you want to stick that to a control box within approximately an inch or two of a main feed wire. Uh, it will basically dig into the system and provide access and send out a signal that hopefully, if we don't go too far away, Girani's data pad will be able to pick up and interact with. I don't
All
know the
right, then.
range of these things, but it's a shot.
I will keep that as a backup plan. And then as we're walking towards it, I actually want to try and call.
Call who?
The assistant leader. Wasn't her name Audrey?
Okay. What was the text you sent earlier? Sorry.
Oh, but basically it was, yeah, I had sent her a text that was like, the party's tonight. Parents are coming tomorrow. You and your friends
are. You just get a. You would actually get a response. It would take a few minutes. It would literally just say "be safe" with a little -A.
Okay. And then I'm going to try and call her while we're walking over.
Okay. It rings a few times. Eventually, you get a sort of groggy sound of somebody grabbing and pulling. What?
Hey, real sorry to bother you. I know it's late. I got a question. Is there any way that I can have like 2 hours worth of permission to tell the control room to lock that ship down and not let it leave? Just like lock the mag locks and potentially give control of.
Well, how about this? I'll send someone over. If they think you have a shot at it, perhaps they will lock it down for you. If they don't think you have a shot at it, no. Now, I have much more important things to get to, and you are not on that list. Goodbye.
Yep, sweet dreams, darling. And he hangs up.
She's already hung up. Like, didn't hear any of
I still say it. I still say it anyway. I fucking follow through.
They can't tell that she hung up.
Yeah, they don't fucking know. All right. As we're continuing to walk, just be like, she's actually going to send somebody over, and we'll discuss things there, and they might give us permissions to be able to lock.
All right.
So yeah, we'll go over there and wait. I'll wait near the door for a few minutes inconspicuously, as much. Then we can all be, I don't know, scattered or something.
All right. Well, I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to plan. That being said, on the map, I will tell you, the construction drone guy that Jace and Evil met, and Lexi, he's right there. That would be Audrey. And I'm trying to get tokens for Charles and a few others that you guys have met. So that's roughly, those are places that you know you can at least contact these people from. Kind of trying to make it a little easier to visualize a little.
All right.
Also, I just like Audrey's token. I think it works out pretty well. It's not exactly what I was going for, but I'll take it. All right. Well, I will say you guys can scout out a little bit, and this is kind of what you see. This is your doorway in to the bay here. Top area, the overhang sort of thing. And then these two lines on the sides are where the blast doors can go up, but they are currently level.
Interesting. Okay.
So you said you were scouting. You can do some scouting there.
Are the
about 11,
rectangles at the
30.
bottom right? Are those like
Those are
shipping?
boxes.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
boxes, shipping containers, and it continues kind of around. It's just this is as close in as I really could get with the scale of the map.
That's fine. Okay, now we just got to figure out which. Is there a door at the back, like at the aft end of the ship, or is it just on the sides of it?
There is an airlock. It is raised about 15, 20 feet up, and it does not have a landing ramp.
Right, but so that one right there.
Yes.
Okay.
Same for over here. The two that do have landing ramps, sort of things, are there and there.
Okay. So yeah, now we just have to figure out what the back door is, if it's actually the aft one or not. So
I'm gonna switch to my phone real quick.
I'm gonna assume it's the one we can get to. Just
I mean, I would assume so, but he said the back door, so I don't know if that means he's trying to be extra sneaky and using the back airlock.
Well, I don't think you would have said front door. That doesn't suit the mood, I guess. I don't know. Let's just figure it out. We're just gonna walk on up and try the door, I guess.
Are you gonna just walk up and attempt to open the door of the ship?
That's what I'm asking. Like, what's the plan? We can get to this one easy. This is the only one I think we can get to, without having to do some or have some ingenuity.
Well, I think the right side had something. Did the right side have a ramp as well?
Right side has a ramp, I guess.
Yeah, so I would say that would be the closest thing we can constitute as a back door that we can reach. Otherwise, let's try the actual back door with the airlock.
I feel like this is semantics. But
well, it's not the front door. We know it's not that one.
All right.
But I'm still at the control room waiting.
Sneak to the side of the ship and try the front door then.
Okay. So where is everybody, considering we've had a bunch of different... we got two guys doing stuff. I just want to get an idea as to where everybody is, that's all.
So who's doing what? Wait, so...
Pretty much.
Did you say you were... Did you say you were at the control room?
Yeah, I need to talk to the guy at near or at the control room first.
So we're not even in there yet?
No, we're not even in there yet. And then once we figure out if they're going to give us control of like the door and the mag locks, then we can move forward with our plans. This is to like establish a potential plan C. So right now we're just waiting for a guy to show up.
Raven, does the guy show up?
Takes a few. Maybe a half an hour after you guys get there. You see a familiar individual dressed in what looks like comfortable travelers, sort of secure clothing. A Mr. Rex.
Oh, shit. All right.
He just waves to you and then looks down at what the situation is and leaning over.
I'll lean over the rail with. Didn't figure I'd be seeing you here. I thought it was going to be one of her goonies. Goon? Lackeys? Whatever you want to call them.
As long as she pays me, I'm one of her goonies.
Nah, I wouldn't say that. You seem a nice, intelligent fellow. I was thinking of a goon as somebody who's just kind of, dead. Just a gun fryer. Anyway, we got a plan. We got a few plans, actually. We got plans A through, C right now. One of our members is unfortunately missing, but we have some sneaky ideas, some upfront ideas, and then some others that are more of just if everything goes wrong. I'd like to have us have the ability to control the mag locks and then also the exterior door. Obviously, we're focused on prioritizing the safekeeping of the things that need to be safe, but just in case we get that taken care of, we need to be able to have other options for keeping ourselves safe after that.
I'll cut you a deal. You get those doors open, You get inside. I'll keep the ship here for a bit. You don't, I ain't.
Oh, getting inside is not gonna be a problem at all for us. See, we got somebody else on the inside, so we're gonna have a pretty easy time doing that. So we're gonna go ahead and head on down and work our.
Here's your problem, though. If I decide to make sure that maglog don't move, it's going to set off quite the alert inside. Don't think you want that till you need.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I'm not saying lock it down now. I'm just saying, if it starts spooling up its drive or something, try and make sure it doesn't
I'll
go.
keep an eye on her.
Yeah,
Don't worry about that.
That's all I want to do is just make sure that if things go south, then we have options to keep them there.
Fair enough. Well, I'll be watching.
All right, sounds good. Much obliged, Rex. Let's go ahead and head on down and get this taken care of. And Tex walks off towards the lower area and taking everybody else
All
with
right,
him.
so we got Oswald and we got Tex down there. Anybody else joining this party of misfits?
I would imagine Lexi would be following them.
Yeah, what was our first wave? Me, Lexi, and
Captain.
who else was going?
I guess I'm going too then.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
know,
I'll
I should have brought it up earlier.
You got a gun, so yeah.
True.
I'm gonna just before we actually get into the bay, I'm gonna text Leaf real quick and say you're about to miss a real good party. I'm gonna put party in quotes.
All right.
And then we'll head in, and I'll get ready. Essentially, take some cover by the bay by the crates on.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I am
down here.
curious. What is Leaf doing right now?
He's presenting himself to MRC.
Interesting. Okay. I assume you'd find a small guard post or whatever. What do you say? How are you presenting yourself?
Give him my name, the name that I used at the job, and I'm here to turn myself in.
Okay, you'd be ushered inside easily enough.
Here to turn yourself in for Lexi fucking everything up.
Oh, don't get me wrong. He's throwing her ass under the bus.
I was gonna say that sounds like you're providing them some information.
Jesus. Cold.
My freedom for information, perhaps. We'll see.
He just wants his money.
Okay.
Probably.
You'd get escorted to a small, we'll call it an interview room, and your weapons would be taken. All right. I just figured we'd find out what's everybody else doing at this point in time. That'd be Jace and Jirani. I know Jirani is on the ship, but is there anything in particular you're...
Well, I was part of the second wave that's going in after
Yeah.
the first group, so I'm just waiting.
No, you can put yourselves on the map, by the way, and I think second wave is going to be staying behind these crates if this is the entrance. Sounds like a decent idea.
Yeah, I'm just getting everybody there first because that's the best place to be organized.
Put yourselves behind here.
Ozzy's got a compad now, though, right?
Got a compad, and my vac suit that I'm wearing gives me radio coverage. So if you want to give me any kind of message, it'll pop up on a feed.
Okay, good.
And I'll be able to tell when you want me.
Well, I'm actually probably just gonna set up well, I guess it's like a radio too. So yeah, that's fine. I'll just get some kind of radio link set up so we can communicate without having to do a call or something.
Mm-hmm. Why is First Wave behind me?
Group Skype chat.
Well, yeah, whatever it is. I don't know if it's like if a compad is specifically like a phone or if it's like a phone and a walkie-talkie kind of radio thing. But yeah, that's the
Space Skype. Got it.
Yeah. But basically, I just wanted to be able to, so I don't have to like hold the fucking compad while I'm potentially shooting. I'll wave
What's
Lexi to
the
come up
fun
in front
for?
with me.
What?
Yeah,
I just
okay,
kind of
so
turn around and say, "What are you two doing? You're up front. Get, get, go,
I
move."
thought you wanted to go knock on
Yeah,
doors.
Lexi,
no,
we're
you're
going.
you're up.
You're up
You
here
gotta-
with me.
Grabs your arm and ushers you towards Tex. There we go.
I'm going to turn around and talk to both of them. I'm going to say, okay, so as far as we know, there's 3 people inside that we need to make safe. Well, I shouldn't even say that. There's 2 people that we need to make safe. The other ones we need to murder. I'll keep it plain. All right. There's 3 people we need to kill inside of here, and there's 2 people we need to save. Don't hurt the girl. Don't hurt Jirani. Everybody else can die. All right.
Like she just like shrugs. Like it looks like she didn't understand half of what you said, but she's like, okay.
Okay.
People need to die. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Because
As this is
otherwise,
happening-
it's going to go bad.
So as this is all happening, you guys are getting set up. Jirani, you managed to get a schematic of the ship. Do you want to attempt to send that to your party? I'll say having to be as nonchalant as possible in your current situation. You would have had just enough time to attempt to send that out.
Yeah, and I
Okay.
yeah,
Go ahead, make me. That one's gonna be another programming with intelligence, probably.
no modifiers.
Let's see. 8. Okay.
Not terrible.
Just enough. So at this point, the 3 with the compads that Drani even knows about will receive a data file of the ship's general interior design, how everything's laid out.
Okay.
And there will be a green block for this door.
Oh, okay. Let's see. And that door was how high up off the ground? Raven?
About 12 to 15 feet.
How tall are the crates that we're near?
10 foot.
I don't think we're going
Okay.
to be able to move those subtly, but
No, but there are smaller ones that you could attempt to move around.
I was going to go to forklift and do it. I mean, they got to be like
that will not be
battery
subtle either.
silent. I mean, neither is like a bunch of people rushing around, but
Well, I
sure.
think maybe going over there and getting Lexi to maybe hoist you guys up and then trying to hoist her up might be a bit more, slightly more conspicuous.
If we can stack crates, let's like small crates, then we'll just do that.
Oh boy.
Well, no, I'm saying not like getting a forklift and like because we can't. She's huge. Like, no offense, she's all muscle. Like, we can't lift her up. We're tiny, both of them. I do not have a high strength score. In fact, I have a negative strength score. So.
All right. I will say, for the purposes of this, who all is moving crates?
All right, I'll tell Lexi. All right, Lexi, we gotta make like a staircase of crates so we can get in the back door. All right.
I will help.
Yeah, I'm gonna help too.
Okay.
You bring me here to play Legos to use.
No, this is just to make a staircase so we can go murder people. All right, you want to
I'll-
murder people?
I'll do what I can to try and find some of the lighter yet sturdier crates. If that'll help with their
Yeah,
rolls.
I'll help as well.
Pick the
Okay,
proper
in that
ones up.
case, here's a we're gonna make a single roll. One of you guys chooses who's gonna have the final roll. And the final roll will be exert and strength to actually move all these things.
That's Lexi.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna be Lexi.
You will need to do it quietly.
Who's gonna help?
Yep. Who's gonna help
Well,
and how are you gonna
can
do
help.
it? All right.
Are you
Like
sure
an
the
immense-
forklift wouldn't be quiet? I mean, it's got to be silent, right?
It's not
We're pretty
silent,
close.
but they're electrically powered, so it'd be
Yeah.
relatively quiet.
Yeah, they're
But
electric forklifts
when
aren't
you
that loud.
drop down, the problem is when you pick up stuff and when you put stuff down, it's not quiet.
Well, is it like a single
metal on
big
metal.
shipping crate, or is it a bunch of little crates?
There are a bunch of little ones and there are a couple big ones, kind of all in that maintenance area that you could use.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, whatever's quietest. Well, I guess we'll move the smaller ones.
I mean, you could
Oh.
you can do it. It's
Can,
just
can I
there's-
pilot the forklift?
Man, that's a tough one, isn't it? Let me look.
And pilot would be what you need for cars and shit.
I might have worked on a dock at some point. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because having actually run a forklift, I can pick stuff up pretty quietly as long as you control it.
Pilot does make
That's the
sense.
trick, isn't it? It's the controlling it part that sucks.
Which takes
Go
a
ahead
good
and...
forklift driver.
Okay, I will give you pilot and dexterity to give a +1 to Lexi here.
Snake eyes.
Oh shit! Okay, all right.
Because you're still, I mean, that's still only 8
Well,
foot,
if
10
it's
foot.
Yeah, if it's a 10-foot thing and the thing's, what do you say, 11, 12 feet up?
12 to 15, yeah. I guess
Yeah.
it's
we
within
could just-
range.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
still gonna need to stack up, the 10 foot to get to the 10 foot area.
Well, but like what I could do is like just set the one and then just like back out of it and then raise the forks like halfway so we could climb up one of the forks and then climb up one of the crate and then. I'm not joking about it. I've run a forklift a lot.
I know. So
and I know you have too. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Oh,
Like,
I
all you
get
could
what
do.
I get what you're saying now. You didn't say anything about forks or
Yeah. Well, I was
so.
getting there. I was doing one thing at a time.
All right. Yeah, I will say you can do that. It'll be pilot with dexterity. If somebody wants to assist, they can if they can come up with a way to do it. It will be a little bit of a tight squeeze there at the back, but it's not impossible at all.
I'll do what I can, just kind of direct from a different angle, try and point out the right.
All right, give me a notice and wisdom,
Yeah.
just to notice anything anywhere that he gets close or anything like that.
Okay. Well, shouldn't harm, shouldn't help, but it's an attempt.
All right. So, Tex, this will be pilot and dexterity. You're gonna need an 8 or above.
Okay, modifier is 0, right?
Modifier is 0.
9.
Okay. You managed to get it in there, and then with a little bit of help from Lexi and maybe Evil there, sort of just guiding it on the way downward, slowly getting it down and managing to just make a little sound as it sort of skids across the metal, but nothing too much, right? Pretty relatively quiet. You sort of back out and raise up the forks to about 5 foot. Let me go ahead and
I'll wave the 2 over in the first wave.
you got yourself a little thing here.
Oh no, using the fork is crazy. Why would you do that?
Never said that.
No, not you. I'm thinking of Ozzy. Or maybe it was Thunder. I don't know, whichever one.
Kind of both. I thought it would actually make noise because forklifts in reality make noise.
The electric ones are actually really quiet. I mean, they still make a little bit of noise, but yeah.
I am not the forklift expert here.
If you were on a propane one.
Oh yeah, fuck that. No,
And,
Ozzy is the forklift.
Everywhere.
Yeah, no,
God, those things are loud as
God
fuck.
forbid you have to go in reverse.
Oh God. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
so when Lexi and I and Captain are at the base of the crate, I'm just going to turn to Lexi and say, "All right, so I'm going to go in first, but if we'll all go in, you just stay behind me. But then if I start making noise, if I'm not, because I'm trying to be sneaky first. All right, we're going to try and get in there and find the girl. And if I make noise or if you hear a shout or something, just come in, guns blazing. You can do that, Lexi?
No, okay.
Okay, cool. We'll do that. So then we'll all sort of stack up on either side of the door, and I'll try and slide the outer door open.
Here.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Hold on, let me move these into the.
Oh, nice forklift.
Right, not bad for 30 seconds of work.
For 3 boxes.
Yeah. 3 boxes that I really didn't try that hard on, to be fair. All right, there we go.
I'm just gonna grab Jace real. Okay, whatever, y'all over here.
Yeah, I just moved
Yeah,
everybody.
Okay. Oh, well, sure, whatever they want to do.
I don't know how your stack up is, but that
I guess we're closer to the reinforcements if you need us. So that works.
Yeah, they're the second wave basically.
Okay. So let me.
And while I open the door for the first time, you guys see as Tex sort of whips his duster around him. He's got basically a sawed-off shotgun that he pulls out of his holster essentially and clicks that back.
Why do you insist on flapping your cape every time you pull it out?
Well, you gotta get the thing. Like I can't reach through the coat and all right, whatever. You know what? You stay down there.
All
Like,
I'm saying is
stay
it
down.
seems a little over the top. That's all.
All right. Anyway, so Lexi, if I fire twice, I'm gonna need some cover because I gotta reload this thing. So that's kind of the downside of this. This is made for real close quarters and taking out 1 or 2 guys and then staying in cover. So head.
Heads up, you speaking to 12-year weapons specialist. I understand what kind of shitty weapon you have, little baby man.
I'm just saying it
understand.
works for
You
me,
shoot
all right?
something, I know what to do, okay?
All right, cool. We will each stick to our specialties then. And I open the door, the back one, and I'm gonna try to be sneaky to get inside to figure out
All
where
right,
the
give
girl.
me sneak.
Great. Is that with dexterity? I guess.
Yep. In this case, it'll be sneak with
Good.
dexterity.
Because it's -1, but my dexterity is +1.
All right.
That roll.
Oh, 4. Nope.
Okay.
Already right off.
So you managed to get in
You
kind of
can
into
change
here
it.
to the cargo area, and unfortunately, it's within sight of everybody. You don't notice the cable that's across there, and you trip pretty good. Kind of fall flat on your face. The gun, the shotgun, hits the floor pretty hard, and you get that sort of loud clang.
I don't think this could have gone any worse.
Let's just wave him in. Just fucking go.
Okay. In that case, considering I will say somebody somewhere is aware of you, let's go ahead and roll our initiative.
All right.
Oh god, how do we do that?
So it's in initiative and your quick rolls. There should be.
Yes, quick menu initiative.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Okay, up there. Thank you. This is the first time I've had to roll. 2. Is that good?
No.
I don't know if that's good. Oh,
I think it's good. Pretty sure it's not good.
Anyway. Yeah, no. What does it roll? Is it a
It's a
D20?
D8 plus Dex.
Oh shit. Okay.
Was I
think
supposed to roll it for?
Oh, I've already got you there, Kai. Don't worry about it.
I didn't have my character clicked when I did it, but I got a 2.
If you roll your initiative, I will add it here in a second.
I could have sworn there was an initiative button.
There is.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, there is. I didn't have my token selected when I rolled it.
Oh, okay, that's what it is.
So you want to select it again, press
Yeah,
initiative, and then
it's a 2.
Oh,
Roll
I
a
didn't do that.
D8.
Wait, you want me to re-roll
That's fine. No, no, not you.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Johnny, actually, you probably Johnny, make me a notice check.
You were probably the one that heard it.
No, actually,
damn it.
Johnny most likely
But I-
isn't one.
also, if you want, you can switch token again, re-roll your initiative, and then edit your initiative to put yourself on the tracker. Because right now you're just off the tracker.
What?
Notice wisdom.
Okay.
Okay, you do notice. So there you are.
Charney, do you have a gun? Oh, you do. Okay, I didn't think you did.
I think everyone's got a gun at this point.
I hope so.
Chase, do you have a gun?
He's downstairs getting our food.
Does
but
he have
I'm
a
pretty
gun?
Sure he does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
doesn't
just in the auto pistol.
Yeah. Also out of character.
I'm not used to sneaking. Shooting, yes. Sneaking, no.
I'm not used to any of this.
And that's why I left you out.
All right. Well, that starts initiative, and we'll add in Jace in a bit, but I'm guessing Jace would hang out behind at first, considering.
Yeah, I forgot to click his token.
It's all good. Where is Jace?
I clicked initiative though.
I can add it.
Now here's
Oh,
the
hey,
question.
look, dudes.
Is your double-barreled shotgun horizontally oriented, or is it a vertical stack?
No, it's a horizontal one. Like think old school, like very. I made a lot of features of text very stereotypical just because I think it's funny.
Got it.
So it's like old school. Well, and plus, like it's one of the things where like he only ever had to shoot with this gun at people that were like 10 feet away if they were like trying to get in his truck or something. He's just like, nope, like that's it. So that's why it's a really simple weapon like that.
Okay, I think I got everybody in there for the most part. All right, so that brings us to the top of the round, which is actually Oswald.
Yeah, I'm just getting up the thing for fights. How to fight now. I believe I can. Huh?
Yeah, I think you get 6 meters of running distance, or no, 10 meters of running.
Yeah, this isn't in distance, but that's 30 feet, so it should be easy enough.
No, well, this is in meters.
It's in feet, but you can change.
Yeah, I didn't change the thing on the graph, but it's in meters.
Okay. To be. Yeah, you can change the feet sign for something else if you want to, but that's in the thing settings. Anyways, I'm checking whether or not I can ready. Yeah, I can hold on action. Let's see.
Sorry.
Yeah, I will use a hold on. I will hold an action.
Okay.
To make a ranged attack with my readied mag pistol at an enemy that I see come into a clear shot.
Okay.
Also, just move there.
Okay.
Everything else? So yeah, I'll stay sort of in fiction after they go in. I'll stay back here and sort of keep my gun trained on the hallways. These are pillars, right? They block view?
Yep.
Okay. Just making sure. Don't have a lot of view, but if anyone tries to get back here. Funnily enough.
Also,
on the far side, you hear a door open.
Okay, is the thing I'm just south of like a crate or some sort of thing
It's
that I can take cover?
And then there's actually a thing here. It's like an elevator that goes up. Right there.
Okay, but like
so
that's
a big tube. You can't see. Yeah, you are currently concealed.
Okay, cool.
Just laying on your ass.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine. Let's call it in cover.
Okay, that's fair. You hear a door open and some footsteps of somebody behind it. That's about it. Lexi?
Do I hear that, or is this?
Yeah, you hear the door open.
Oh shit! The second she hears the door open, she's gonna walk right up in there.
Yeah, I had wave viewing anyway. Like as soon as I tripped or fell or whatever, I was like, I'm gonna get the fuck in here.
So yeah, Lexi would probably walk in, walk over, text, and is there anything visible right now?
No, not right now.
Okay, she's just going to hold her action for wherever the source of that noise came from.
Okay.
And to shoot it, clearly.
Obviously. All right. That brings us to Jace.
I'm going to hang back this time because I want everyone to enter in. I'll enter in last.
Okay. That works. Tex, you're up.
Okay, this would help if I had any idea how combat worked. I'm gonna run forward.
You basically get you get 10 meters of movement,
right?
And you get one action. There's no bonus action or anything like that. Your one action can be.
Oh, okay, that's easy then.
Pushing something over, shooting something, whatever.
Okay.
You also have an on-turn action, which is just a thing that you can do on your turn, but you can't do out of your turn.
Okay,
gotcha. You get as many of them as you need.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, they're basically your equivalent to free actions.
Mm-hmm. I think also, can you not break up your movement in main action?
I would argue you can. I mean, it's
Okay.
fine. I'm not gonna be a stickler about that. We're all used to being able to, so I'm good with it.
Yeah, I play mutants, which doesn't let you do that. But yeah. For
And
this, I think it's a little more fast paced too.
the thing off to the right, like, is this also
Yep,
like
these are
tall?
just these are all control panels and crates and stuff like that.
So that's not a pillar. That's cover, basically.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Is it's cover. So then I'm going to actually run over here, and then basically just pop out from cover and try and shoot the dude, just straight up.
Okay.
Are you running around, or are you leaping over the control panel and then?
No. Like I'm running like whatever this gap is
Okay.
here, and then like go up.
Okay.
So I'm trying to stay out of his side as much as possible, but like he'll still hear like
as you
boots clanging on the
pop
wall.
up, his held action will go off.
Yeah, I figured.
All right. So he's going to
shoot me in the face. Text
take a shot.
Dude.
It's a 4 to hit only, so I don't think that does.
Oh, that's to hit. Okay, yeah. That does not hit.
You get auto damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you get to turn around and take a shot at him.
Sweet. I will do that thing that you just.
Also, have no opportunity attacks. Are not
God,
Jesus
damn.
Christ.
Opportunity attacks are not, but held actions are.
Yes.
So that was his held action.
I'm aware. I was just pointing it out for Lexi.
Yep. All right. So you pop up, and this shot his shot goes right into the console right in front of you. You see sparks sort of radiate around it. You kind of look down and then look up as you're raising your weapon, kind of sitting there going, "Oh, glad that didn't hit me." And then you pull the trigger, and basically his head disappears.
You turned him into meat sauce.
So Lexi, you're looking through there, and all of a sudden, this whole console here is just covered in guts and viscera completely. I mean, it's all gone, and then you get that slow like onto the knees, and then falls backwards, headless, sort of moment from him. Just absolutely decimated.
I look at Lexi and then just like give her a little nod and then just like do the like blow the smoke away from the barrel. Just because she was like, "Oh, this little puny gun." Is a reload a reaction or not a reaction? A free? Okay, so it's a full action. Okay.
I think it depends on the weapon, but yeah, I think it's an action to do.
Okay. Yeah, I have no idea about a shotgun, so I will wait. Then I was gonna load while we got some time because I mean I can only do one. Yeah,
Yep.
I'll just that's the end of my turn.
All right, brings us here.
And I'm still in cover.
Yep.
All right, I guess I'm gonna walk into the room.
You also see the gore pile by the door. I mean,
good work.
That's what it is. So, you know.
And is like ready or getting my pistol ready? Is that an action?
Nope. You can just draw it if it's normally on your hip or something like that. If it's readied, you're good. You can just draw it.
Okay. And there's a guy on the other side of this wall than me, right?
Well, this guy here is very dead.
Yeah.
That would be the gore pile. Tex is over here.
Oh, that's Tex. Oh.
Yeah, don't shoot me, please.
Oh, okay.
It's a reverse
Let's not
mutiny.
start this again.
And how much movement do we have?
10 meters.
So you got 10 squares, basically. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You've used 6 so far. Feel free to use another 4.
Okay, I'm gonna stand.
And we did get a blueprint of this
there.
place, so we do actually know the layout of this ship. So we would know that like the rooms are at the front.
Yep.
I guess I'm finished.
Okay. Johnny.
First, I'm gonna hear the noise and say, "What the fuck is that?" Hear the pop and boom, and then oh shit! I'm gonna draw my pistol. Then I'm gonna move into this corner right here.
Okay.
And wait. Hold my action to shoot.
Okay. As you do see this door open up. You don't see anybody in it currently.
Excellent. And I'm holding my action for the pilot to come out.
Okay.
Once fucking Brutus over here gets out.
All right. So at this point, it's his turn. He's going to come up here. He's going to lock this door open so he can see you. Sort of crouch down and then open this door, which gives him a line of sight on
Cap.
Yeah, Captain. He's going to take a shot. So
This is not going to be fun.
Was
it's
Jiraffy
only
holding
what
her
the
action?
fuck, man! I can't roll
Oh, shit.
anything for damage or for attack. He
Oh,
takes one
shit.
shot. He misses, unfortunately for him,
A shot that almost certainly would have taken your head off.
and he'll move back.
We are all squishy.
That brings us to
Lexi is less squishy than the rest of us.
Well, yeah, other than Lexi and maybe Leaf. I don't know.
All right, Oz, you're up.
All right, so
That hit attack would have killed me.
Oh shit. Okay.
let's see. I'm gonna step on up through here. Where is he? I say, with my pistol ready.
I'm gonna point like over my shoulder around the corner.
I'm going to move here.
Okay.
Sort of like I'm gonna be. Can I like look out towards this doorway and then sort of like just gonna be covering this doorway and looking back, and I'll hold an action to shoot
Okay.
at the first non-team member that comes into my line of sight.
Sure, that works.
I'm holding on the doors on both sides,
All
just kind of letting them go forward.
Yep. This one here, where evil is, like you'd have a better line, but where you're at, I'm gonna say this. Anything on this door would be a cover bonus of
Sure.
-2, just because of that angle specifically
you.
through the door. But this side, you'd be good to shoot around, no problem.
Cool.
So, but he's dead. Lexi, you're up.
Okay. All right. Well, knowing that she heard shots coming from that direction over there, yeah, I think she would probably want to head over, probably through the door that the first guy came through.
Okay.
Let's see what we got for movement. 1 square per, right?
One square. Yeah, you get 10 squares.
So she'll probably go through the door, make it up to like this, and take a look down each direction.
Okay. This door here is currently closed.
Okay.
You're not sure where he came from directly. Although, if you had to guess, hearing gunshots from this side, you'd say somewhere off on this side of the on this general side of the ship, where
Right.
you don't know 100%.
Okay.
But you do have the layout, knowing that this is the pilot's area. So yeah, so you get 3 more meters.
Well, I guess she'll go to the door and see if it will open.
All right. It does. You open it up, and you can just see Jirani over here.
I'm pointing
She'll
to
like-
my right.
She'll look over and nod and kind of like step in the doorway. I mean, I'm assuming that most doors are like smart enough not to like
Yeah.
jam when a person's fucking standing in it, like an
Yeah,
elevator.
no,
does.
they're not.
Okay,
Lexi
yeah,
gets
so
cut
she'll
in half.
stand in the
Movement
doorway.
too, so
Yeah, she'll stand in the doorway so it doesn't shut on her, and she'll prepare to shoot the person coming out of there.
Okay. So as you step through, you can actually see something that Jirani can't because of where he is. There is an individual that is kind of tucked up right over here, and he is going to take a quick shot at you.
Sure.
As you come in. It's an 8 to hit. My God, I'm rolling like trash.
It does not hit.
Okay. It sort of bounces here, ricochets a couple times, doesn't hit anything, buries itself in the back of that chair. And yeah, that's where you're at. But you don't have to take you can take your attack action if you'd like, now that you can see him.
Oh, dude, she smiles, lowers the fucking plasma cannon, and then just
All
lets
right, let's see how this goes.
It's just an abject look of horror on Girardi's face, knowing it's pointed in its general direction.
That's because you're right there.
Oh God, 14. Let's see.
Oh, by the way, it's in the description. This gun is loud.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, it's certainly super loud, and it manages to you fire your shot or shots. I'm not sure exactly if it's supposed to be a couple shots at a time or not.
Nope, just one big ball
But
of plasma.
yeah, Johnny,
Yeah.
because this is kind of funny. Can you make me a physical save?
Oh, sorry, wrong thing.
That is
You
all
have,
he
you have
asked
a
for.
funny way of saying something's funny.
Okay.
Take it away.
Johnny, it doesn't really affect you too much, but you notice the distinct taste as this sort of literal mist from the plasma literally evaporating this individual. This very irony tasting mist sort of drifts through and settles like morning dew on everything. He is also very dead. Holy shit.
Notable to notably, I think 14 is gonna hit basically everybody in here. So that's
Maybe.
fun. Well, if they have fucking mil spec, then we're fucked. But
Yeah, 14 meets mine.
All right, so yeah, he is no more. He is quite literally pink mist. There's also a pretty sizable scorch mark here on the back of the door there. Yeah. All right, that brings us to Jace.
Okay, so I'm going to move up.
Okay.
About here, I should be under cover, right?
Yep.
Okay. It's-
Yeah, at
I'll
full
just-
standing height, you're still under cover.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Pretty tiny. So yeah, I'll just scoot over there and just start taking out my what is it? The where's the one I wanted? The bioscanner, and then just start just scanning, see if I can detect anything.
Okay. Is your bioscanner readied or was it in your pack?
No, it is readied.
Okay. In that case, fuck, what would that be? You're just looking for stuff?
Any like biologics, or if I can see if there's anyone nearby that's not people I know. Just like
You're
an
basically
area.
heartbeat monitoring that motherfucker.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just trying to think of what skill that would be.
a notice.
Yeah, I'll say it's a notice, and we'll use
Notice with
wisdom.
int? Okay.
I'll use wisdom. Int makes sense as well. I guess either.
It's
I think
no
they're about the
difference for
same
me.
for at least Jace.
Kinda.
Yeah, for me, it's
Yeah.
no difference.
Okay. Pick one. Don't care. They both work really well. 9. All right. You get a ping out. You notice a few things right away. One, there is definitely, you kind of get an idea of where a lot of the stuff is within a pretty small range, about 6 meters. Yeah. You notice that the hull of this ship is so thick, even internally, it is actually degrading your signal a huge amount within the ship. You can't even return anything from outside the ship at all either. Like there's no signal that exits the ship. It's almost like it's a black box sort of situation for some reason.
I wonder why.
But you do pick up that one individual within your short range because of the ship itself. So you do know where he is.
Okay.
that he's backed off a bit. All right.
Can I am I still able to communicate after?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. You can say a quick message. I'm not gonna say that.
Okay, so I'll just tell the guy. Well, obviously the ones that are around me that can hear me. I'll just say, "There's the guy behind that door. He's still hunkering down."
Ticks.
All right, creepy lady, and I'm gonna shuffle on around, and I'm gonna post up in that corner for just about a half a second, just sort of taking cover type position, and then I will pop around the corner. Just shotguns are already aiming that way, and
Take a shot.
21.
What the
shit?
Damn.
Wow.
Nice.
All right. So you turn around the corner really quickly, pulling out the shotgun, take a shot. It sprays him across like his right side, his right leg, as he's sort of kneeling down, and up his right arm a bit. And you see the wound, like you see blood seeping out of this pretty decent armor. It's not amazing. It's kind of but it's definitely pretty solid armor. He does not go down. He is but you fucking hurt him real bad. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That hurt him.
I'm gonna return to my position and cover, just kind of here in the corner, and just start the process of reloading. And obviously, I can't reload, but like basically just like waving somebody else up to this position.
All right. He's dead. That brings us to Captain Evil. I mean, we could skip, but
Captain, you there? You're muted, Captain. Captain.
Sorry.
Okay, Captain.
I think I just want to have my gun ready.
Really, you don't want to finish the guy off?
Oh, you shot him? Oh, I thought you were not through the door. I
Yeah,
stopped paying
no,
attention for
I
like
did.
2 seconds.
I did, and then I took cover again after he was not.
Okay, well, I'm gonna come up here and shoot at him too.
Okay.
Good idea.
Yeah, you come around, you see, you sort of, as Tex is swinging himself back into the corner, you sneak around him really quickly, pull out your gun and aim it at him. Go ahead and roll a shot.
Uh-oh.
It ricochets off of the wall here, off the door, off the wall here, and buries itself into that same fucking chair. Girani and Lexi are both somewhat
Friendly fire! Stop shooting!
Makes me happy.
Let's see how
Makes me
much
so
I can move.
You
So
have
I
You
moved
got your full,
four,
not your full
so
movement.
Yeah, you still have
I'm
6
gonna-
meters.
6 meters of movement.
1,
still.
2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna move right here.
Okay.
Hide my shame.
That's fair. All right. That brings us to Girani.
Cap, I think we needed to practice.
I'm gonna take a steadying breath, run down here, and then like pop him as he's against the wall, like struggling to
Okay.
breathe.
Okay. Go ahead and take a shot.
Nope.
Yeah, even if I gave you a bonus modifier. He sees you, and he doesn't like grab onto your gun or anything. He does pick up his rifle and move your gun just out of the way so it hits the wall and bounces around a little bit. Okay.
Cool. I will use the rest of the movements. Like, oh
Yeah,
fuck,
yeah.
and back out of the
Yeah.
room.
I kind of figured. All right, so it does bring us to him. What's his move gonna be? Okay, I think I know what he'd do. So his move is gonna be down here. He is at not half speed, but like 2/3, so 7.
Question.
Yep.
Do I get a shot now?
You do with a -2 bonus.
Correct. But get a shot at the very least.
You do get a shot. You do get a shot. Roll high.
Yep.
Please do.
Have a 20% chance of hitting.
I mean,
gonna
I've
hurt.
got a -1 to this, so I need to roll a 15 or higher. Well, no, probably. Hey, there we go.
18.
Not 20.
All right.
Damn.
19 rather.
Yep. So that 18 is enough to hit. And so man, he's gonna be a dick too. Actually, no. I need to give him an attempt at something. I'm gonna give him a reaction here. 3, not very good. Okay, he does not get to throw this, but as you shoot him in the chest, you see him sort of stagger back, and he drops his combat rifle in his right hand and a live grenade in the other.
Yeah, can I close that door, by the way? All right, I'll just dive. I was gonna see if I could just close the door, but I'll just dive out of the way.
No, but I am gonna give you. This is just gonna be. I don't know if you guys have it. Let me just check. Just open that one. Yeah, this is going to be a physical save.
All right.
You're in luck. Your
there
medic's
it
right
is.
there.
20.
All right.
7.
So. No, you don't have to
Oh,
worry about
okay.
it.
That was everyone because you were doing the thing.
I think you're out of
It was
range.
Just Tex because it's a 10-meter radius.
All right.
Or
So basically,
yeah.
I just like
It's a
dive
bit,
this way.
sorry,
then.
not 10-meter radius. It's this one is a 5-meter radius, and there's cover here. This is a
Gotcha.
fucking wall, so you guys are okay. So
Yeah.
Tex, you're only taking half, which is good. So 5.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's good. It's half.
As he literally explodes.
I'm gonna have a limp for a while.
Well, had to get you with something here.
That's fine. I don't need my legs.
Not
I can
to
get
cause-
robot
Not
ones.
to cause problems, but wouldn't the structure of the hull funnel the flames up a little bit this way so people would at least see the flames come up?
Yeah, no, they would. It's not so much flames, but there would certainly be shrapnel hitting this wall and this wall here.
Maybe not with enough velocity damage, but still.
Yeah. They've lost most of their velocity at that point, but there would certainly be shrapnel on both sides, along with some viscera, and
it's all getting on my
various other bodily fluids that have also been pink mystified. Good job.
I'm just gonna like lay on the ground, going, "Yep, I figured he'd do that." Some bitch. I have 1 hit point left.
Oh, shit. All right, that's fun. But yeah, he is dead.
I'm gonna reload my gun while I'm on the fucking floor.
You're on the floor next to Evil, just reloading your gun, breathing kind of staggered.
Oh my god! All right, somebody carry me towards the other guys.
Hold on. I'm gonna sort of signal into the radio. We got 2 down here. There's 3 on board. What about you?
We're clear. The other guy's gone.
Yeah, so is ours.
Oh, is Durrani on comms now?
I was more. Yeah, I was going
there
for
is now.
Lexi, but
Yeah, now that you guys are like,
would be now that you're within the ship, comms would actually work.
okay.
Durrani, is there any more? Is it just the 3?
yep, that's all good. The only thing left is
fuck.
the
All right,
android.
I'm just gonna lay here for a minute. Okay.
Jace, take care of Tex if you would.
Yep, on the way.
Hey, wait! Before she like touches me, I'm gonna go. I want to keep these legs, okay? These are my legs. I'm keeping these fucking legs.
If you want inferior legs, fine.
I'm rather partial to them.
I'd make you cybernetics. Just saying.
You could say he's a little attached.
I did it.
All right.
Does that
Okay,
end
so-
initiative? Yes. Okay.
That does in fact end.
Oh,
initiative.
good. Okay.
Okay, so do I need to? I'm gonna use the med kit on him.
Okay.
Please
that's
and
gonna
thank
be
you.
To roll a
2d6?
heal check, I believe.
On treat. Okay.
If I remember right. I think medkit is a longer term thing, but I don't remember. Time
Yeah,
is
long term.
Okay, so you could start that process now, and he just has to take it super easy from here on out until.
Yeah, the
can- yeah.
battle's over, right? We're not. There's no more left.
Yeah,
they said?
as far
Yeah.
as you know, no, nothing.
All right, Johnny. Any defenses on this thing? Are there any turrets? Anything you should know about?
Nothing on the inside.
What about goodies?
I didn't really have much time to look into that while they were sitting here and here. And I'm gonna point at the 2 chairs that are like right in front of me.
All right. Well, look, is the girl fine?
Oh yeah, she's she's over here, and I'm gonna point in this direction.
Yeah, let's not open that door quite yet.
Lexi opens the door.
Damn it.
Yeah, that's good luck trying to stop her.
All right. There's a little girl who is very obviously robotic up close. It was harder to tell
shit.
far away.
Hmm.
She has a black backpack on, and she's put on what looks like a sort of a cloak, sort of thing. Very, very kind of utilitarian, but still kind of fluffy. Sort of like a wool cloak, sort of thing. And she is looking at you, and despite it, definitely like there is no doubt in your mind that this is very much an android. It's not, it's very obviously metallic and metal. There is a look of abject terror in her eyes
Gynoid.
somehow.
I
Something like that.
It's okay. Like just leave her
There's a
alone.
robot here, but the look of terror in the eyes suggests human. I'm confused.
While she's doing that, I'm just going to very quickly close this door and close this door.
You also have, yeah, okay.
And I was going to say, while you're at it, could you also just take care of battery number 1, on the elevator? Little girl coming as well.
That 2d6 would be what you healed after 24 hours. So the
Oh, okay, gotcha.
yeah, so it's after 24 hours after with the med kit. You will
that
gain
actually,
that.
I believe what I'm reading says that's for if I used up the med kit.
Okay, let me.
It says here is 2d6 to see if I roll a 12, it consumes the kit. So that was just for usage.
Okay, so what does he heal then after time
That
spent
doesn't say this here. I'll have to
being
look
healed?
over that.
Okay. I will look that up. Bear with me.
All right.
Been a minute because it doesn't really say.
Yeah, so for med kits, I have to roll that, and if it drops on a 12, it consumes the whole med kit.
What does your healer thing say?
My overall heal.
I think this is about stabilization.
I roll I roll a 2d6. That's for
I think that
spring
just
skill
gives you a
check.
functionality to your healer.
Yeah, and then I can heal 1d6 plus my heal ability of hit points for damage every injured wound I repair.
Okay. So roll me a 1d6 plus your heal skill.
Okay. And my heal. Oh, do I just click on the heal skill then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's 2d6.
No, my heal skill's 3d6.
Drop lows.
But you're not rolling your heal skill. It's 1d6 plus your
it's
heal
just
skill
1d6.
plus your modifier.
Which is +1.
Okay, let's just
So d6 plus 1.
actually spot right.
All right. So I think that's okay. It's a
2.
2. But you got 2 HP.
Two more HP, you mean?
Yes.
No, 2
Well,
HP.
you're at
Yeah,
3
well,
HP.
so you're at
You
3
heal
now.
2 HP.
Okay, cool. That is much better than what it was.
Yeah, combat's deadly in this game, guys.
That's why I'm using cover.
That's why it's a good idea to do that.
I'm just gonna come over to the comms. Hey, listen. I was thinking we could maybe take this ship.
Question. How do you mean?
Well, it's already fitted for doing covert runs. It's got a weird black box cage situation going on. You can't send anything out, nothing comes in unless you want it to.
All right, but
And this thing's
question.
already paid off for us.
Yes, but won't it be wanted?
By the Cobalt Sharks.
Your big crime organization.
I am the Cobalt Sharks.
I I am the Senate.
Yes, but you've managed to, well, at least your crew has managed to kill 3 of their number, correct?
Oh, well, not of a recognized shark. I'll explain this all later.
Yeah, let's take care of one thing at a time. First, we got to save the girl.
Yeah, speaking of, how's she doing, Lex?
At this time, Lexi would look at her and kind of put the plasma projector down and kind of like show the girl her hands as to just kind of like that general, hey, I have nothing in my hands, I can't hurt you sort of thing, and say, hello, little girl. I've come to rescue you. It's okay now, and she'll open the door.
Okay. You see, um, the android sort of look at you for a second, um, almost like just pause, almost like you're just looking at a picture of her for a second, perfectly stock still, and then sort of almost reanimate and begin moving again. It sort of nods at you, doesn't say anything, and sort of hunkers down.
I'm just gonna shout down the hallway. It's all right. The bad men are dead.
I'm gonna get on the comms and talk to Johnny and say, "Oh, by the way, take off that patch because, yeah, we need to make sure that nobody thinks you're."
Oh, don't worry about that. I'm already like
I guess you did.
in the process of tucking it away.
Yeah, I forgot that I didn't know it anyway, so that's fine. While I'm still laying on the floor, I'm gonna text Audrey and be like, "We crashed the party. We're good."
Okay.
And then I assume she'll get word to Rex or whatever.
You text that, and as you guys are sort of gathering stuff up, or doing whatever, what are you guys doing for the next couple minutes here? How are you
Lexi's gonna
proceeding?
relieve this guy of his weapon and any other shit on him.
Well, what's left of him?
Yeah, you kind of put a hole in him. Also, just
I'm talking about around the hole. I'm not,
anyways.
Well, all you find is a semi-auto pistol. The rest of him has essentially been vaporized.
Okay,
he wasn't really wearing armor because he didn't really think he needed it.
There's really only one body we can check because the other dude blew himself up too. His gun survived.
His gun may have survived. You can look.
Yeah, so seeing as Lexi just abandoned the little girl, I'm gonna go in and just...
Right.
Question. How common are androids/gynoids?
Very much not in most places.
Hmm.
They are incredibly expensive. Typically speaking, governments will have very sophisticated ones that will pass for human very, very well.
Mhm.
Typically used as spies and things. And everybody kind of knows it, but nobody's ever sure if they've seen one.
Mhm.
Typically speaking, TL4 plus planets might have I guess passable ones that tend to be used in more illicit for more illicit purposes here and there. Basically think space Las Vegas.
All right.
But typically speaking, you're only gonna, and they're still not very superhuman like in all ways, but TL5 is really where you're gonna find them most of the time.
Okay.
So an android of this size and complexity, even though it's not what you would call like top of the line, probably cost to create a minimum of 500,000 credits minimum.
The price of a small ship.
It was kind of...
It's the price of your ship.
Yeah.
So
as I walk into this little bay, open the doors, see her in herness, kind of stop for a bit, so undo the visor on my helmet and the vac suit. Just gonna take the tech in and say in the comms, I don't know if Lexi mentioned this, but yeah, this isn't just a little girl. Hi. say as I turn the comms off.
It looks at you, sort of cocks its head to the side, kind of like a dog for a second. And you, with your eye towards it, you can actually see um, photoreceptors and various lenses in the eyes reorienting as it essentially scans you
Mhm.
quickly and then looks at you and you get, hi.
All right then. What's your name, sweetheart?
My name is C148768443.
Lovely name. Where'd you get it?
Then there's sort of like this long pause for a second, and then, man, I gotta find the fucking planet name again. You asshole.
How dare you ask
I
about
mean, it's
war?
good info to know.
I know. I gotta find it again though. I just had it
What
open,
was the
too.
designation again?
I need to write that down.
C1486418, I believe. 486418, I think. Yeah.
Sea of numbers.
Yep.
Trying to see if you can like rearrange that into anything.
Yeah.
Is this it? No. I think it's here. It will be. Nope, it's not that one. It's this one. God damn.
Kai. We can call it Kai.
No. Why?
Because C14. Kai.
Wouldn't Sierra be more close than something like
Or Sia?
Let's,
that?
if we make the 1 an I, we make the 4 an A. It's Kai.
That'd be Kia,
Kia. Sure.
which is a car. Kia, now bringing you androids.
Planet Mirali is the name.
Do I have any idea what that is? Aside from a
Yeah.
planet.
It's a planet to, I guess you could say, the northern end of the system, or the sector. It's TL4 plus. It's pretty
Bumping?
not sure how much. Beyond that, if there's something you guys want to know, you can make a roll for it, I suppose.
For now, I'm gonna keep asking questions. We'll keep the comms on, I guess, just so they can hear the answers.
Oh, well, if that's the case, yeah. Does anybody know anything about that place?
I mean, I can check. I've been
Yeah.
around the systems.
I'd say that you might have dropped by there. Give me a no with intelligence.
7.
You know a little bit about it. There are it's a relatively temperate world. It's they do a lot of, I guess, higher end but not quite TL5 work. It is, however, the way that I would explain it is almost a space China, very industrialized world. And a lot of places outsource a lot of their work there because life is relatively cheap. But it is a hub for a lot of um, raw resources that you may or may not have transported to stations nearby.
It's Moralia, right?
Murali, Murali.
Okay. In that case, I say, all right, who is your designated caretaker?
You get back. Let me grab that name really quickly. Yay. You get back. Designated mechanic, Seth.
Is there any more identification you have?
Ask her what's her registered owner?
Fine. What is your registered owner? Who is your registered owner, rather?
Let me grab that.
Connecting to dial-up.
Opens the mouth and just the old dial-up sound comes out, screeching at you in binary.
That'd be great. No, designated owner, Paul Serif.
Somebody get on that get out of the ship and start looking things up, if you would.
Speaking of, Lexi wanted to look on the ship logs up here or whatever if for crew manifests and also if the ship has any.
Has any what?
What?
Okay. The crew manifest actually does not show any of these individuals at all.
And the name that he just said isn't on the list.
No.
Yeah, it's not on the list.
All right. Let's see. How about this? What's the last thing you remember of Seraph? Where can we find him? Because it seems as though you're a long way from home.
Oh, I can take you there. It's easy.
Can?
Don't maybe let her
And
go.
as that happens, her left eye actually glows a little bit. And sort of R2D2 projects out a 3D model of the space station. There's a little blinking dot, basically where the station manager's house is.
Is this Seraph the station manager of what's the name of the station?
Ouya 2.
Is this Seraph the station manager of Station Ouya 2?
Yes.
I just kind of say into the comms more directly, "Hey, Tex, remind me that I owe you one for giving you shit about bringing in the security force."
All right.
About that time, who's outside? Did somebody
I
say
don't
they
think
were
anyone
still
right
Nobody.
now.
Okay.
No, nobody.
All right. Well, in that
Technically
case,
Leaf.
there'd be a loud knock at this door, and I think Tex, you would hear somebody climbing up and in through this door here.
Lexi would
Yeah,
love to walk down all the outside doors if she could. Can she do that from the cockpit?
You'd have to figure it out first.
Well, you could attempt to, but Girani did kind of unlock all those doors with a bypass. So
yeah.
until that was
Okay,
put out of the way,
if
there was
she
no way for
presses
you
a
to do that.
button and it doesn't work, then whatever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand up and still kind of halfway behind the cover because I assume it's waist high. So I'm gonna stand up leaning very heavily on the display thing next, and basically just face the door and maybe direct Jiraffy to go check it out or keep an eye on it or whatever. I don't know.
Well, it's not hard as you
slow.
see. Essentially, SWAT team, MRC troops, starting to file in.
Hold up a hand and say, "Hey, we got them taken care of. We got this place secured. Go ahead." And,
Tex, are we expecting visitors?
Hey, oh yeah, I was talking on the comms. Hey, we got the station SWAT, station cops, station security, whatever. They're coming in. So go ahead. It's okay. We got them secured.
Perfect. I'll
2
open up this
post
door
up
then.
by the door, and then another 2 sort of file in through the back and start slowly moving through the ship.
Grab my data slab and back into the corner again.
On there.
As they file past, Tex is gonna go, "You boys missed all the fun. We had a heck of a good time." And as he finishes bleeding,
the blood's been mostly plugged up. You got a little drip
good,
here and there,
good.
but it's not too bad. Thankfully, Jace managed to patch you up a little bit.
Yeah, that was good.
In the meantime, all
Still
right.
have a limp.
Yeah, probably for a day or two. Yeah. Meanwhile, yeah, a couple minutes go by. Let's see here. Where'd it go? And a certain Audrey steps through the door.
Which
sort
door?
of
The
looks
back door?
around. Yeah, through here. Yeah,
Okay,
it's the only
yeah.
door that's open right now.
Yeah.
Steps through. Looks around. Well, seems you've done quite a number. I'm
Well.
assuming all of these are your men.
Everybody that's still standing is ours.
All right.
I'm surprised you came. I didn't. I thought you were busy with other things.
Well, I handle my business personally most of the time. This seemed
I like that.
an interesting opportunity. Plus, the cargo, shall we say, is rather precious to my employer. So
Indeed,
I will
we
be
were
seeing
just
it
about.
personally to him.
Yeah, that works for me. We were just about to see her on our way ourselves, but that worked.
You get a mess with the concept. You guys cleaned up the main bridge yet? Because I was gonna bring her through, but this is gonna be difficult. And well, I guess she's just not.
Well, Ozzy
Uh,
sounds like they're coming to get her, so I think they'll have that handoff.
Captain,
Yeah,
can
she
I
just
speak
walks
with you?
up and essentially through.
I just
you
gotta-
must. Are you that lady? What Tex keeps talking to?
Oh, okay.
I was gonna wave
I was worried you were going
gingerly.
to say about. Never mind.
Who?
Tex, the guy with the weird voice and the strange hat.
Oh, right, the
Uh,
idiot. Yes, I suppose I am.
is that your pet name for him?
We'll go with that.
Wonderful. Question. What do you plan to do with the ship once everything's done? Because I'm not asking for anything more than just rewards, but I am saying that this is a rather nice looking vessel, and I'm sure there's plenty of interesting pieces and parts to it, especially perhaps in storage. Although I don't want to intervene on any of your business.
It will be impounded as a crime scene and investigated. Afterwards, it may go up for auction, or I'm not entirely sure. That's out of my
Wonderful.
caring.
I'm just gonna grab some of my stuff that was in here. I'm gonna go into this door and I'm gonna take some stuff.
All right. You know what? Give me a notice with dexterity to go quickly. This will be
Got it.
interesting. See what you find.
I
I'm
found
just
a
gonna-
50-gallon drum full of bacon grease.
I'm gonna start
Oh, God.
panic
You
drawing
know
from
what?
the
For the
banks.
plans, I'm re-rolling that. I'm using my re-roll on that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Where is kitchen?
6. Okay, well, it's better.
Well, you managed to find basically another tool bag and some little odds and ends, some nice pieces of scrap.
Do I get another
Here
unit
and
of spare parts, basically?
Yeah, basically.
And a tool bag.
Um,
Cool.
And a tool bag, yeah.
Nice.
As you're doing that, Audrey sort of walks up to the younger one, or to the android, looks down at her, sort of inspects for a moment. All right, Sydney. It's good to see you back. Now, we're going to go see Dad. And she reaches out and sort of puts her hand sort of along the neck of the android, and you just and presses some kind of button, and the android just turns off. She alone then picks up the android, which must be, you would guess, around 200 to 300 pounds minimum,
Yeah.
and slings it over her shoulder and begins walking out.
Ma'am, Captain, can I get you up here in the lounge?
I did say in the comms that they were coming to get her.
Oh no, yeah. If I may, she's already walked away.
What?
It's fine.
She's gone.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to really care that much. But if you had a question to ask, you might have been able to. Yeah.
Would it be possible to leave the? Nope, she's gone. In which case, I'll just it's fine. Don't have to involve them. That's actually more trouble.
All right.
Is all the SWAT security going with?
Actually, a couple of them stick around, and you can see that a couple of individuals dressed in similar armor but without masks on have cameras, and they begin taking pictures of the various parts, aka also viscera, of the dead people, as well as different parts of the ship and things like that.
Okay.
But yeah, those two sort of fuck off.
I'm going to start hearing her say that it's going to be impounded. I'm going to start panic drawing from the databanks, see what I can get.
Okay.
Hey, actually, Girani, are there any cameras inside of the ship that we need to be aware of?
Give me a moment and I'll find out.
Okay, good. Because if there are, I want you to wipe the hard drive of any image of us anywhere.
All right. There are cameras. They are at all the airlocks and one on the bridge. You guys only appear in the lower airlock. And Johnny, you also appear at the upper airlock.
Hmm.
Yeah, because we don't want any of this coming back to us.
I'll
give me a programming with dexterity if you're panic pulling stuff, though. That one was easy enough because you had the layout of the ship and the basics. But if you're trying to pull information, okay, innate, cool. You managed to get a location corresponding to sector 0502, somewhere in that area. That will become more apparent later, but you get a location somewhere in that system which appears to not have anything in it if you were to pull it up on your map. And that's about all the interesting information you find. You also find various bits of video footage and things like that, tapes from the whole conflict and everything in here. You don't have enough time to synthesize anything from before. You can find some tapes from before of like when those the people you guys just murdered brought that android on board. There are some tapes, sort of, or film of that.
I'm not bother looking over those first yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and scrub us off of the ship digitally.
That's good.
All right, I'll say you can do that.
While he's doing that, I'm going to try and just open up this front ramp. I assume it's just a panel you hit.
Yep.
Okay. Also, is anybody in this cargo hold with me right now? Any of this?
Well, maybe.
Okay, I was just going to check this crate over here to see what's in it. Just a little investigation of my own. That's all.
Yeah, I'm following you around just to make sure you can still walk. And
yeah, I'm definitely limping heavily because I assume I took a fair amount of shrapnel to the leg, but I'm walking around slowly.
Okay. Let's see. Switch that. There we go. Let's what would this be? Well, you can manage to open it for the most part. Inside, you see a couple of things. Yeah, go ahead and give me a notice. Notice with wisdom. What sticks out to you? Because it's kind of full of junk as far as it looks at the moment.
6.
Okay. Looking over it, you manage to look through. You find what looks like an old journal of some kind. Looks very old. You find well, not a whole lot beyond that. You do manage to find what looks like a kind of rusty, not very well kept dagger. And just a lot of like electrical wire and not really, I wouldn't call it scrap, I'd call it more detritus, There's useful stuff, then this is kind of just, this is the junk drawer, but it's a crate, unfortunately. But you do find a few little bits and bobs.
I'm going to pick up the journal and go, hey, anybody want real paper? Just like hold it up weirdly.
I wouldn't mind looking through that, actually.
I'll just set it on, like I'll close the crate and set it on it, and then I'll just go open the hatch with the ramp.
Yeah, once
Okay.
I'm done here, I'm gonna go over, scrabble over, shove that shit in my pack.
Okay. All right. You lower the ramp. You guys can exit as you want to.
Question: are these like storage units?
They're large shipping containers. Yeah.
Is there anybody in here aside from us?
No, not currently.
Hmm. What are they locked with, or are they locked at all?
They are very much locked with very heavy padlock sort of
Okay.
things. You also notice that the doors seem to be sealed from the air, and basically whatever's in there is very, very sealed for whatever reason.
I'm just gonna tap on the side of the crate, see if I can judge what's in there. Sound
Sounds
full
full.
of something? Okay,
Sounds full.
like stuffed to bursting, sort of full.
Maybe not to that level,
As in,
but
is there any kind of? Hmm.
um, I'd say you've tapped on enough gas cans before.
Yeah, I was thinking.
There's definitely some kind of liquid inside of it.
Can't look now, but there's a bunch of fuel in these containers.
Oh shit! I'm gonna fucking run up here if I'm allowed to, and then see if I can find shit in some of these guys' rooms.
You
I'll
have a
just-
few seconds there, but yeah, okay. Go ahead. Give me notice.
And while he's
With
doing that,
dexterity.
I'll turn to Ozzy to say, yeah, these ships are usually used for hauling fuel or other fluid.
I'm aware, but it's normally like a different compartment underneath. They're double dipping.
Some, yeah.
Did that not? Hold on, let me roll that again. Nope, there it is.
Okay. You clear through it. You manage to find in one of them you find an extra magazine of ammo for a combat rifle.
Whatever, I'm just toss that over my shoulder.
The next one you find a set of brass knuckles that look like they've actually been broken in half. Mostly, and like they're worn and pitted and everything to the point where it looks like this was punched in half from hitting something else. In the last one, you find a star chart for the sector.
Taking that.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna get the fuck out.
All right. All right. So you guys all exit, I assume, at this point. Anybody
Yep.
else?
As we're walking down the ramp, I assume together I'll just turn to Ozzy and say, hey, great shot on that last one with that guy. That was going to get real troublesome real fast if you hadn't taken him out. So
I think all of us are a little confused who you're talking to. Or maybe just me.
sorry, I must have slurred Ozzy.
Okay. Yeah, well, you know, anyone dies, that's a mark on all of us.
Yep.
As you
What-
mentioned. Also,
What was that about? Reminded you to what? What was he?
well, I'm just saying I'm glad that the ship that Satan Security is here, because otherwise, transporting that thing, that gynoid back to station manager would have been a hassle and a half. I'm gonna guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they gave us the mission. I knew they had the crew to back it up, but they just didn't want to risk anybody in the ship. So I figured to let them do the handoff.
Fair enough.
Well, once we're out of here and somewhere safe, I do need to talk to you guys about what else was going to be happening here.
Yeah, let's
I
do that
think
when
that-
we're back at the hotel.
Yep.
By the way, we have a hotel. By the way, don't look now, but let's not draw any attention to this one. Just pointing it out. I gestured at Lexi.
It's kind of hard not to notice her.
Yeah, but just don't do it explicitly.
And
Well,
we head back towards the
There's
hotel.
something on my face you're not telling me about.
Nope, there's nothing on your face. Let's take all subject matters away from your face. That sounds like a good idea.
Are you saying she's ugly?
Her eyes narrow.
Oh boy. just gonna walk ahead and start getting back to the hotel. By the way, what's Leaf doing?
Yep, that was exactly where I was going to ask next.
He is
Well.
throwing Lexi under the bus.
What
He's
does
a
Just
he
pretty
say?
big
because, or is there
bus.
an ultimatum here? Is there like a deal being cut?
I don't know. Is there?
Depends entirely on what you're asking for.
He's just going to explain exactly what happened.
All right. Well, in that case, they just sort of leave you alone for a little bit
Yeah.
to think on
Typical.
stuff, and somebody else does come in and ask you the same questions again.
Yep.
Just double checking the story and
Trying to catch him in a lie or something.
pretty much. And
Like all those cops do.
yeah, but after about 3.5 hours, so about an hour and a half after the little operation is wrapped up,
Mm-hmm.
A man comes in, says, "You're free to go."
Okay. Do I get my stuff back?
Yeah, you notice that it's all been disassembled.
That's okay.
And everything, and they just sort of hand it to you. But yeah, you're allowed.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Mm-hmm. They're watching you as you leave, like very close.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, actually, we did some jobs, and I got your cut, and I'll send him over the. Let me check. I am sending you 671 credits because I had set that aside.
All right. 671.
Yes, 671. Yeah, we did a few jobs here and there, just getting some credits up. We went and bought some supplies as we needed them, including weapons for most everybody. I think almost everyone has a compad now, if not everyone. I certainly.
Well, we know. Well, I know for the sure this job should be pretty lucrative. One of those little android at that size is about to cost about as much as our ship.
Yeah. I was told 10,000 credits for us. I don't know if we'll be able to get any more out of that or not, since we had a pretty smooth operation. But it's certainly a fair sight better than we would have gotten hauling crates around.
I'm not sure we got a fair shake there, but I'm not about to
Well,
wrestle
10,000
around.
credits and favors. It's not.
Yep.
I'm not
out
about
of
to
the
wrestle
equation.
around with a
And,
woman that can lift an android with one arm.
there's also the fact that that woman ought to be able to give us small jobs now, hopefully, or something we can do.
Yeah, being good with the MRC is not a bad idea. Or, well, the station, too. She's got ties to them, as far as I can tell, but yeah.
At that point, Tex, you get a message saying that 9,000 credits have been deposited into your account. 1,000 has been deducted as one of your crew was determined to be part of a ongoing investigation, but she swept that under the rug for a small admin fee.
Okay. All right. So that's good, dude. Hey, so y'all know how you were worried about Miss Lexa here being a little bit easier to notice because of her incredible muscular physique and also murdering somebody recently.
What?
Well,
Yeah.
that
Excuse
has
me?
been swept under the rug,
What?
which is nice. But it did cost us 1,000 credits off of the total pay cut, so we do now get 9,000 but it has already been sent to.
As that happens, the alert for those of you tied into the station system at all, there's an alert, a sort of breaking news thing that comes up, and it has kind of grainy video, which is weird for everything, of two individuals very roughly matching Lexi and Leaf's profile being ushered into essentially a paddy wagon, saying that they caught the killers.
I'm gonna stop dead
Also,
in my tracks and just kind of look at the captain. What happened?
Travi, that's you.
Wow.
I don't know what happened.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
You're the captain.
Would I know?
I'm gonna look over to text.
You were
What
there.
happened?
You were part of the crew.
Do you remember what happened last session?
No, I was not here.
No,
No,
I'm
not
talking to
you.
Evil.
We attacked things, and
No.
somebody killed someone.
One person killed
and
someone.
we had a job to do. We could have made some money, but somebody had other plans. But
Yeah,
we
this
did
sort
other
of
jobs
resolves
successfully.
the manhunt that sort of brought.
Some people might be looking for a few of our team members, but
Well,
I
not
don't think they're
anymore.
gonna
Yeah.
realize.
So
Point being, everything is fine.
yeah, I was already kind of thinking about bringing this up to a vote anyway, but because Leaf wasn't here for the operation, I vote we split the money against the group that was here for the operation. So
For
if that sounds, copacetic to everybody else, is it all right? That sounds good to everybody else.
Fuck Leaf, that sounds great.
I'm in.
All right, cool.
I don't care.
All
Good
right.
book.
Well, everybody who is awake, which is everybody, is going to take a point of system strain. You guys have been awake for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, everybody here. So Tanaka, not you. Everybody else gets 1,500.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
I even though Leaf isn't there, I would also argue that 800 or so for each of you should come out of Lexi's thing. Since she did kind of fuck up that other job.
She certainly did, but also Tex wasn't on that job, so he doesn't even know all the details of what happened. So he's just going off of the information that he knows.
Oh, that puts
And
me
I was
so
only there
close
for
to
backup. I
3,000.
wasn't actually gonna get paid, so it doesn't matter to me.
Well, me and Lexi have a bit of a thing worked out. If you ever want to get some upgrades for your weapon, Lexi, let's just say the prices have somewhat steepened, but I'll still be able to do the service for you.
Look, you scam me. I go elsewhere.
Yeah, it's not scamming. It's still a reasonable price. It's just, you did shut me down on a pretty lucrative payday.
What, 800 credit? You wanted that?
Yeah, that's about as much as your enhancement costs.
I'm sorry. I mean, it's fun, but I don't need no enhancements, as you can see, and she'll flex.
Not your gun. Not that gun.
I show you guns. I have big ones. It's good. I have big gun here, and I have big gun here. So fun. All right. Anyway. So yeah, we're heading back to the hotel. Probably all to sleep.
All right. Everybody kind of racks out, takes a night to sleep. You guys are going to wake up pretty late in the morning.
So sleeping doesn't heal, right? It's just a matter of like over 24 hours, or do I
Yeah,
take
you
heal?
need to not do a huge amount of physical activity well, sleeping doesn't heal directly, but because I'm going to institute this for now until I get a little bit better grip on the exact rules for med kits. But I will say once a day, you can have a med kit administered to you to regain HP that way.
Okay.
Because Lazarus patches are really the quick things, is my understanding, but I'm not sure.
It's
So
equivalent
I'm
of like
bring 'em
biofoam
back
or
from life.
something.
From what I read, Lazarus patches are more like a Phoenix down,
Yeah.
and
yeah,
the
yeah.
and the medkits do list that they're a 1-day use. You can't do it for multiple times in a day.
Yeah. So I would say that you regain that HP that time, and if you take it easy, relatively today, you can regain another med. He can or Jace can re-roll his heal and regain
Okay.
a little bit of HP that way. I think you do get a natural amount of healing, but I don't remember what it is, and I'll have to look that up.
Okay, that's fine. All right, yeah, I'd pass out pretty much.
Yep.
But hey, we all got paid.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Mm.
most of you.
If I'm reading this correctly,
Well,
I can just do
yeah,
a normal roll to try to just to get
Yeah.
his hit points back up too.
Yep. You can do that over
Oh.
a 24-hour period if he just takes it easy as shit.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
have almost 3,000 credits. I love it.
Jesus, man. If I had a short-term goal as rescue Jirani, does that do it?
It will in a little bit.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'm taking those all into account.
Sure.
So, at the start of the next day, as you guys wake up, most of you, well, at least Cat and Evil would have this, and I think Tex you would as well, as you two are the two principal people to talk to the maintenance guys. But your ship has been disinfected. And you can now use it. And if you want to, you guys can apply your own skills to accelerating its repair
Oh, sweet.
for the next few days.
So we can actually like stay in it, not have to use a hotel.
And you guys can accelerate your repair if you want to spend a day working on the ship itself.
Okay, sure.
So I'm going to move you guys over to the ship real quick.
I would obviously let everybody know that.
Yep.
And I know that Ozzy would have a much higher skill at this than I do, but I do have a level in fix because I've had to work on my own ship, so I'd probably offer.
Yep. So those of you who want to, you guys can all sort of choose what you want to do. I was going to break it down a little bit, like let's kind of go by day here. So you would know that you have 4 or 5 days of repairs as is for the ship left. There are a few choices you guys still need to make, which is if you're going to be painting the ship or renaming the ship. That is up to you guys. And you would also know that, like I said, you do need some time to repair the ship. There's a maintenance crew working on the ship, 3 guys. One of them or 2 of them are down at the spike drive as you guys wake up, if you guys head over there to take a look. And there's a lot of little stuff and a lot of big stuff that needs to still be done to get everything working.
Well, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let them plug everything in first, and then I will go see if I can go buy a fucking armored vac suit to go over my secure clothing.
Easy enough to do. Okay.
I'm just gonna go ahead and take 400 credits off.
Yep. You can buy one at not PHB, but you know what I mean. Prices.
Yep.
Neighborhood
And then
prices.
I'm gonna use my connect skill to see if anybody knows somebody who probably has line shunts.
Okay. It'll be connect with we'll say charisma.
Oh, God damn it! So bad at
Uh,
this. I haven't trained.
You kind of get the runaround for quite a bit of the day, actually. About 4 or 5 hours. And unfortunately, at the end of that, you're no closer to where you were people pointing maybe that way, maybe that way, maybe that way, and you travel to all the way into the MRC area, all the way down to the slums, and yeah, you don't find anybody, unfortunately.
Son of a bitch.
All right, everybody else, who's working on the ship? Let's go there.
I will work on the ship, but there is one day where I'll have to go and meet with the ladies with the job.
Yep.
But we
yeah.
can do it next time.
I'm going to be in the
Yeah.
med area, making sure it's decked out the way I want, and seeing if I need to get any supplies for additional equipment.
Okay. It depends on what you want as for it to be decked out the way you want it to be. But it has the absolute bare bones basics in it. If
that's
there's
not good enough,
specialty, if there's specialty stuff, we can just come up with what you want and we can talk about prices or whatever else as needed. But yeah, you
Okay.
can spend your time sort of organizing that and getting it squared away.
Sounds good.
Be right back.
And if you are, I will say, if you are working in the infirmary / biolab area, your heal skills will gain a +1 while you're in there. Due to it being the infirmary.
So,
Tex, can you come up here? I want to take a look at your legs one more time before you go out.
Sure, yeah. I always get worried when you say that, but yeah, we'll. I'll go up and get checked out.
All right.
Making sure she's not like getting robotic parts out of a cupboard or something.
okay, so I'm just gonna roll my heal, then do a +1.
Yep. Your modifier is a +1, basically.
Yeah. And intelligence or wisdom? Do you want me to do? Doesn't matter. But
yeah, intelligence is fine.
And
all right.
Oh shit! What?
So then you get the 1d6. You regain a further 4.
Sweet.
So
I'm
that's
at full
health
health.
then, right?
Yeah, awesome.
Right.
Well, thank you much. I do appreciate that. That gets me right back as rain. So I feel pretty good. Thank you. I appreciate
Okay. I'll see you later.
that. Cool. What was the get back? Hey.
As I shush you out of the medical bay.
Don't worry about the nanites that I injected into you.
Wink.
Fucking creepy ass doctor. I don't even think she's a doctor.
If you start tasting purple, don't worry.
Yeah, right. Tex legitimately does not think she's any kind of like doctor. Just a sort of weird, like, I don't know, mad scientist.
All right. So Tex, go ahead and roll me a fix with. We'll say you're on the smaller repairs, so we'll call it dexterity.
Okay, good.
I'll take the smaller ones. I'll do the bigger work, I guess.
Exactly.
8.
All right. Cool. That factors in.
It is I believe it's a new scene, so you can reroll, but that's pretty good score, so you know.
Well,
yeah, I mean, that's already a success.
Yeah, I'm not really going with scenes. I'm kind of going with game.
Oh, okay.
So you get one a game usually, unless we are running. So it's like one every 3 or 4 hours. If we end up running a long game, then
sure,
you might get a second one, and I'll give everybody a heads up. At that point. So that brings us to Oswald. I think you said you were doing repairs on the ship.
Mm-hmm. Doing the bigger stuff.
So let's go ahead, fix. And you can kind of choose to do the smaller repairs or go for some of the bigger ones. Which one do you want to go with?
I want to get off this godforsaken station.
Okay. Gonna aim for the bigger ones, so it'll be fixed with intelligence. Because a lot of these are more problem solving. Okay. All right, that factors in there. All right. Yeah, you start working more like Tex, you're working on kind of the basics, the little things that are gonna make life much nicer in the end.
Just like,
some
basic
plumbing
mechanics
concerns.
Stuff.
Some like working on like the door that Oswald ripped apart that goes to the bridge. The basics for the most part. Nothing too crazy. Oswald, you spend a little bit more time working more down below on the turret the sand thrower at the bottom. Start there and slowly moving your way up. And you get quite a ways and start working on that. One of the maintenance guys pops in and helps you out, shows you a couple things you might not have known necessarily before, and specifically about this model of sand thrower. But what's everybody else doing here? We got Jace working in the infirmary. We've got so that leaves us, and Johnny is wandering the station aimlessly. So that leaves us Leaf, Evil, and Lexi.
Leaf will be like carrying stuff around
Okay.
where it needs to go.
Sort of loading and organizing and things like that.
Yep.
All right, that's fair. Let's just call that a straight up work roll with strength.
Okay.
See how much you can get done, because all this stuff needs to get done before you guys go. So, all right. You managed to take, even though it was only really disinfected, you managed to come back here into the cargo bay and start moving around various pieces of scrap and detritus from the blowout and all that stuff that you guys had, and kind of get it all cleaned up and at least accessible and usable, more or less. Kind of just cleaning stuff out, reorganizing. That brings us to Evil. What are you doing on the ship? Kind of going up. If you're
I'll
doing
help
any on the
with
ship.
some of the little things.
Okay. How do you mean? Do you want to be reorganizing? Do you want to be there's plenty of like nasty upholstery that they've got new stuff for, so putting in new chairs and things like that needs to happen. There's also if you guys still want them, plants for your O2 room. There's all sorts of little things need to happen.
I'll mess with the plants.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to call that a survive with wisdom or intelligence, your choice.
Okay.
Okay. You managed to get a couple of plants potted and starting to grow a little bit. This whole green thumb isn't necessarily your super strong suit all the time, but you get a little ways. It's something. It's a start. Meanwhile, Lexi, what are you working at?
I guess just lifting things.
Okay. Lifting materials up and hauling stuff around, kind of like Leaf.
Yeah, except she'll try to one up him.
Okay. If that's the case, let's go work with strength yourself. Make it the same roll.
Oh, there it is.
Okay. After the debacle the previous night, you are not as quite rip rare and ready to go as Leaf is, but you managed to help out moving some of the heavier stuff that require two people. Not a huge amount, but you get you certainly get some of that heavier shit moved around. Helping out Leaf. So how many successes was that? 1, 2, 3. Okay. I need right, let me clear that really quickly. This would be okay. So day goes by, you guys get quite a all told, you guys get quite a bit done. And the ship is starting to. She doesn't really look quite like she's ready to go yet, but she's looking better. A fair amount better. Girani, in your travels throughout the station,
Yep.
give me a notice check with wisdom.
Okay.
All right.
Can roll okay on everything except for connect.
Apparently. You see, actually, interestingly, as you're passing by Bay 43, near there, you see another sort of paddy wagon sort of situation where several of the MRC station guards, sort of both groups, hauling in a very large armored figure with short cut black hair. Looks like from where you are, and you can kind of get a little bit of a view, it looks like he has cybernetic hands, like prosthetics. And the dude is fucking built like Lexi. And they sort of push him into the back of this van and close up the doors.
Oh shit!
And then drive off. You don't really get anything else, but you do see that as you're sort of traveling, and eventually you do meet up with everybody else at the end of the workday. Everybody's a little bit tired from either physically tired from lifting and carrying stuff, or having to be super dexterous and pinpoint, or just mentally tired from trying to keep sane while doing somewhat menial tasks, knowing that it will eventually help you off the station.
Well, since I've done a lot of walking around, I'm gonna go ahead and kick back, relax, and work on the systems on a ship, get them up and running.
Oh,
Maybe install
by the
some
way,
encryption.
because it is the closest room to the bridge, Texas claimed this room, by the way. Just in case he has to get to the bridge in a freaking hurry, he wants to be the closest room to it.
I guess you all can claim your rooms.
Where is the captain gonna clean their room?
Is there only 3 rooms?
No, upper
there's
level
another
too.
6 up top.
The
Oh.
3 rooms at the bottom are the
Zoomed in too
three that
much,
are
yes.
closest to the bridge. So shit goes down. The 3 that are there should be the 3 most prioritized that belong in the helm up.
I'm gonna
This
take
is
that
not
center
Lexi
room.
talking, by the way. I mean, I would not say that.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
You just gonna sleep in the tech room?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Unless Tanaka, do you want to take it over? Whoever's taking on the weapons in the bridge. There's 2 seats.
oh, he took off for a minute, so I guess not.
Oh, all right then.
Nord stepped away too. His mom called.
It's fine. Also, the 2 front rooms up at the top is probably equidistant to like the back room, because it's just a staircase down there.
Yeah.
None of us are far. It's just Tex wants to be the closest one.
Mm-hmm. All right. So day goes by. This time you guys get to sleep in your ship. The next day comes around, and I guess, what is everybody's plan?
I'm gonna see if Ozzy is busy. And if he isn't, I'm gonna go on a quick little.
I think my mic's being weird for whatever reason. But yeah, you see him walking out of his room, 2 tool bags around on his shoulders, hauling off towards the ship. He says, "What? What do you want?"
Well, I was hoping to ask for your expertise as to. Well, I was planning on getting some servers for us just on the ship
Uh-huh.
to hold our data securely, and I want to get your
Sure.
expertise on as to what I should get so we can install it somewhere sneaky.
So we can what?
Install it somewhere sneaky. Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm not the stealthiest of individuals, but I mean, I don't know. Look, how about we put it somewhere? We could have multiple servers tied with cables that would basically allow us to back up all of our data multiple times, which might be useful. Aside from that, what data would we be storing anyways? I figure the cockpit gives us plenty of room for. It gives us whatever readouts we need that'll just be stored on the computers and ship's internal hard drive. It shouldn't be too much unless you're going to be doing stuff. In which case, your compad should provide as much as you need.
Well,
Either way, I have work to do.
okay.
You can talk to me once we're out of the station. Understood?
Sure thing. And then I'm gonna go and buy a storage unit from computing
All
gear.
right. Okay. You can do that. No problem.
Lexi would want to check out the food and water situation on the ship.
There is no food and very little water on this on here right now, as the mold kind of ate most of that.
Who likes to do maths? We have little water and no.
I figure we can, once we get everything working right, then we'll, prepare for departure. I don't know if we have to address it immediately. But I think such things would usually fall upon the captain, right? So, I don't. I'm used to having to take care of one or two people. That's it.
Oh, captain's problem. Okay.
All right. Let me see if I can find this again. That'd be nice. If I could. All right, so I guess we're gonna go with the same breakdown. If anybody has anything in particular they want to do, that's fine. Just toss it out there. But if not, then I guess we can kind of roll with what we were doing.
Is there any way Lexi could fine tune the weapons on board and just kind of make sure that they're all nice and work in order and everything? Like they're like its accuracy wouldn't be off or some bullshit.
Um, yeah, you could attempt to do that. It would be a fix with wisdom to do so.
I think that's my worst stat. Wait, no, it's not. Okay, hold on. It's intelligence. All right, cool. All right, I'll try it. It will show up eventually.
No worries.
Yeah, it's been taking me a little bit of time too.
Yeah, I don't know. Roll20 has been weird lately, so
Yeah, I've noticed it's been taking like 10 seconds for my rolls to show up.
okay. You spend the majority of the day futzing with the gunnery system from the cockpit, and there are a lot of buttons and a lot of switches, and almost none of them make sense other than the big red fire button. So, don't really get too far. You do start to get a little bit of a feel for using the guns, but actually, fine tuning targeting and things, not so much.
Okay.
This is what I wanted to find really quickly. Curious about this. Let's see. Okay. All right. Continuing on. Who else is doing what? For day 2.
Fix ship.
Yep.
Okay.
same.
Roll for it. Now we'll
Fix ship.
Yes.
Hey.
All right. Who else is doing what? We'll kind of cover everybody at once.
I'm gonna start
Roll.
installing the storage unit on the ship.
Okay.
Helping where I can.
You gonna do some more work?
Yep.
All right. Give me work with strength. I think that'll get most of the stuff cleared out of the back.
Yeah.
All right. Get a little ways. All right. Lexi, what are you doing? Oh wait, no. Yeah, you already tried the gunnery thing. That's right.
I'm doing very important business. Leave me
Evil.
alone.
Evil, what are you doing?
I am looking at buttons.
Can I go look for food or something?
Sure, if you want to go out and try to source some rations and things to start stocking the ship with food and water and the basic necessities, you can do that. It'll be a connect, and we'll say with charisma
Okay.
to kind of schmooze your way through all the various people who sell things. All right, a solid 9. You get a ways in, and you're getting kind of rough prices at first, and you make your way up towards more the MRC area, and you're finding some nicer dealers and all, and you hit it off with one gentleman. He kind of looks a little bit like a space hippie, for lack of a better way to put it. Think white guy with dreadlocks. And you end up talking, and you end up getting a pretty solid price from him of 8 credits per day per person is what it would break down to for full rations and water from his sort of his farm that ships to this station. So basically what it comes down to is you guys will need to purchase your rations per day per person. For you guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 people. Hold on. Somebody remember the number 53 for me, but
53.
thank you. So it'll be 56 credits per day to stock a ship, basically. So however many days you want times 56 here at this station, you can get that deal, which is less than the actual standard price. So
What's
Okay,
the
how mu-
capacity of the ship?
capacity is
question.
pretty high. For all intents and purposes, we'll say you guys can have at 7 people. I'm just going to use a generalized number of about 100 using your storage units and storage rooms and things. You could have easily 100 days worth of food and water if you wanted to. That's 5,600 credits if you want to go that high, but
I'd say a month wouldn't be a bad place to start.
No, but
Which
it
would
is.
be
let's call it
about
30 days. 1,680 credits to stock the ship for 30 days for 7 people.
I'll throw in 200.
I'll do 300.
Yeah, I'll do 200.
Okay, so there's 900 left, or 980.
I'll fork over 300 as well.
All right, 680.
Same.
380.
I would, but I don't have all that much money.
I can cover the 80 as well.
Okay.
Wonder why.
300. Who hasn't given yet?
At me.
Giraffe.
Yeah. All right. So if you cover that last 300, then that
Yep.
would cover the ship. All right. So you guys have 30 days of rations in your ship.
Perfect.
Let's see. I'm going to see if we can find a good spot here for this. Yeah, I guess you guys can throw it in notes or wherever, whoever wants to keep track of this stuff, but somebody will need to. Also, you guys, let's see. Spike drive's not fixed yet, but the sand thrower is now fixed. And so are the fuel bunkers.
I want to sell information on the black market or on the darknet.
Okay. What kind of information?
It's the weapon location on Megon base from the data card.
Okay. Interesting. If you want to put out a listing that is going to hopefully attract the right kind of attention, how much do you want to attempt to sell it for?
Well, it's a base. I don't know if that base is active or not.
No, you don't.
But if it's a weapons stockpile, it's probably worth at least. Let's take a look here. I know guns cost money. Cost a couple hundred each. Let's put up for 4,500 credits.
Okay. Go ahead, make me. Make me a programming with charisma. I think that's the only way I can think of to do this, to get it to the darknet and then attract the right people.
Fucking charisma every time.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. So, you don't hear anything back by the end of the day as of the moment.
Oh, no, yeah. I expect this to take at least a week or two.
Yeah. All right, so. Yay for crazy amounts of notes. Go up here. Okay. That helps. All right, so,
Oh, can I also attempt to purchase line shunts from the black market?
You can certainly attempt to. Let's see.
I will take a markup.
Yeah, it's gonna be a markup. They are 300 credits each.
I will.
And hold on. You can pick them up in system, but at the planet Evarble, the nearby TL4 plus world.
Damn. All right, never mind. I'm not gonna do that. I can just pick it up on the ground if it's right there. That's a huge markup.
Welcome to the black market. All right. So that will lower the time. Come back here. Further 3. Okay. So, at this point, one of the lead tech that's been working on the spike drive down below comes up to you, Oswald, seeing that you've been working on the ship, and says, "Seems like you've been doing a pretty good job. Way things are going, you guys should be out of here in about 2 days. Sped up our work a fair amount. Thanks for the help."
Just trying to get this thing into orbit as fast as possible. We have some. You know what? Let's get on to it the better. Let's just get this thing done.
That's fair. Well, we'll be back at it tomorrow. We just spike drive's just about ready to go. And you should be all set. Should be able to finish it up tomorrow. Just got to patch it up and run a test. Make sure, it's not going to explode on you when you take off.
Hmm.
He turns around, heads out for the day.
All right.
So that Jace, was there anything you wanted to do on the day?
I'm actually still looking through the book, looking for what I could use to upgrade our biolab.
Okay.
Your what?
Yeah, I will say, you guys can look in. It's starships, building, and fittings. Starship fittings. Certain things in there will be available to you. If that is something you want to add, it will add time to fixing up the ship, but you could add on something if you wanted to. If you have the
It'll
money.
also cost money.
Yep. Cost money and time, but
There
you
we go.
can do it.
It is a couple $1,000s each.
At least.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no, these aren't cheap. They're, full on additions to the ship. So there's that. But anything that is frigate or smaller, you can add.
An armory would be nice.
Oh, workshop?
Yeah, I think a workshop would be easy enough.
That's only like 500 credits.
Yes.
Okay.
Who wants to pay for it?
I'll split it with you.
Finding that.
80-20.
All right.
How much do you have?
2,500.
Oh, yeah, the fuck. Yeah, alright. I'll put in 100 credits.
All right.
Just because I know for a fact I'm going to probably be asking you to fabricate shit for me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I assume we'll put the workshop here at the storage? Or where do you want to place the workshop? You could have a smaller one. That's fine. I mean, you don't need a huge amount of space.
I was going to say up here, close to where I'm sleeping.
Okay. Let me add that in just so I have it marked down for later.
Yeah, I don't think we want to use up any the storage space back here in case we actually need it for something.
All right, there we go. We got ourselves a workshop will be added. That's relatively simple. It's only going to add a few hours of work to the stuff that you guys are doing, and if you roll well, you'll negate it completely. So it's not a big deal. That's kind of how I'm doing it. I have a certain number of hours, and each success from you guys reduces the number of hours it's going to take before the ship is ready to launch.
Question.
So, yeah.
Is alcohol considered in the expenses for food and shit?
Oh, I was actually thinking about that too. I was gonna go and find like either some bar or
I
some
would
other place
argue
and just
that the food and water subsistence, sort of the basics, that is survival requirement. Alcohol is not necessarily typically survival requirement, so you would have to purchase that on your own. Yes.
Not true at Chefkin. I doubt it. Many years.
Well, maybe
with
while
the
you're there, they
survival
give
of
you out a
distilled
vodka
water.
ration as well. But
wait, we want more than just vodka, all right?
Anybody else drink on the ship?
Hell yeah, absolutely. I've been thinking upstairs. We got a real nice spot for a bar up there.
I don't touch the stuff. It makes my hands a little jittery.
That's all right. More for us.
All right. So how much would alcohol be for like a month's supply?
Just a case
like
of
a
cheap
bar's
vodka.
supply of what?
like a
A
bar's
month's supply of beer is very different than a month's supply of hard liquor.
or champagne,
like whiskey and
bourbon,
vodka, or whatever. Not fuck.
All right. If you are going a month's supply, assuming, I guess it depends on how much you're drinking.
Yes.
But let's say let's assume, say, a fifth of whatever the fuck you want. Just because I cannot be coming up with individual alcohol prices. But a fifth of whatever the fuck you want. Guessing, we're gonna call it 20 credits each for a full fifth. So however many fifths you want, figure it out.
What about what if we just said like 250 credits for a fully stocked bar forever? How about that?
Look
more than that? I could do
How
more.
much
500
per distillery?
that you might want to talk to Oswald about helping make. But you could jury rig something if you wanted to try.
Just saying, with that workshop fitting, we could make anything. Well, we could fix anything. Probably fabricate some basic stuff.
I will argue, depending on how much y'all are drinking, because that's the thing. We've got Lexi
Yes.
here, and we got Leaf here. Let's just be fair, right? and yourself, Tex. So, I would say 250 would get you 2 weeks of heavy drinking and a month of regular drinking. Is that fair?
Yeah, I'm thinking like,
Okay.
because I don't think Tex would like heavily drink unless he was trying to, I don't know, smoosh somebody into some kind of deal or something, but more of just
Right.
like, have a whiskey at the end of the night to take the edge off.
All right. I will say 250 credits can cover you guys for light drinking for a month, heavy drinking for 2 weeks. Is that
I
fair?
will note that I have plans for this workshop. If you have plans to add to those plans, it will cost you.
I'll actually go out and I'll get the alcohol situation sorted out, and I'm actually gonna put down 500 just to get like some nice stuff, some extra stuff, that just cover
Yeah,
us for
because
a
I
while.
would say 250 is gonna get you your basic vodka and your basic whiskey.
Yeah,
You
no,
want
I'm
something
thinking like
nicer, something that's actually kind of fancy, tastes good. 500, that'll do the trick.
Yeah,
And
I'd get
you'll
like
get a bit
some
more of it too. So
right, and I get like some
Okay.
private stash like from that bar that we've been going to, the
Okay.
Dark Horse,
The Dark Horse, yeah.
yeah, just to show like appreciation for them, and I've been there before, so and then wherever else for like bulks.
And out of character, an armory would be amazing, but I think the closest affordable thing we'd get would be the ship's locker, but that's still 2,000 credits.
We can work up to that.
Yeah.
We got to do some jobs first.
So maybe just stockpile some ammo and put it somewhere in the storage or something.
All right. So while you're out,
So how much would it be
Tex,
for a distillery? Because he's thinking long term.
Let's worry about that later, man.
Yeah, it cost a bit to set up, but
All right, fine.
and that and time. But those of you working on the ship, go ahead and give me your rolls for whatever you want to do for day. This is day 3, working on the ship. Tex, you're out and about, so that's where you'll be for the moment.
Yep.
I'll actually stay on board and help getting all the systems set up today.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a program with intelligence.
Big money, no whammy.
All right.
Lexi,
Is there anything that I seriously need to be doing, or can I just go around making sure everything's fixed, making sure everything is done?
You can do that if you want. You can kind of be cleaning up a lot of the little bits and bobs here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Same fixed intelligence, or
fixed intelligence or dexterity, whichever one you prefer.
they are the same.
Okay.
9.
All right. Damn. Nice rolls. Tex, it would dawn on you that you and everybody else would probably have heard that you guys have today and maybe tomorrow before you guys are able to ship out.
Okay. Yeah, well,
and I'll actually give you a better idea here. Yeah, by like afternoon of tomorrow, you guys should be out of there.
Okay. Yeah, I'd
Um,
want to meet with those ladies. Then.
Oh,
Okay.
I would also, once I'm like got some downtime, send whatever data I can through official channel for what I've discovered for the Bay 43 shit over to our employer or to Tex or whoever.
To the station manager.
Oh, that they were cobalt sharks and all that stuff?
Not the cobalt shark part, but definitely the Big Benny part, and also
Okay.
yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, there's sort of like a tip line sort of thing. You could probably send it relatively anonymously. We'll see. See if anything comes of that in the future. Meanwhile, your fuel bunkers have been fixed. Your fuel scoops are now mostly fixed. A lot of little patch up bits and bobs here and there are being done right now, but your ship is essentially in working order as the spike drive comes online. And for the first time during the test, you can kind of hear this low hum as the thing is spun up, and the ship goes off of station power and onto its own properly for the first time.
And then you hear a boom, and everyone dies.
No.
And then you can taste
It,
purple.
and then it slowly cycles down as final sort of putting everything back and getting everything squared away happens there at the end of the day. So technically you have a flyable ship at the moment, although it still needs a little bit of love to be 100%. Getting, especially there on the back door of the ship itself, getting that the actuators and various hydraulics to allow you guys to open said cargo ramp and all. That's pretty close to all that's left.
The
Along
shuttle.
with some outer, like a almost like a paint job, sort of a protective uh, spray down of the ship against UV and various other bits and bobs, which is all that's left.
And the shuttle is we're keeping, right? Is that
As far
with
as you
this?
know.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
because
it's
that
up
never
to you.
mind. Yeah, because that's Traffy's.
Mhm.
Is that able to be secured in the cargo hold?
Yeah, it can.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure it wasn't like just floating around back there.
All right, and so while everybody is working their butts off to get this thing up and running, Tex, you head out to a designated meeting point somewhere on the station.
Yep.
To meet up with Indra. As you head out, you find your way to you find your way down into the slums, actually. It's a very different place from the rest of the station. You've not been here yet. Most everything is built out of these shipping containers that have just been repurposed. The slums themselves are an old, large freighter that has been repurposed into living quarters. Eventually, you find your way to a kind of back alley area. It looks like a sort of a square apartment complex with a courtyard in the center. And right up out behind it, there is a spot where you see Indra with in her in her same power armor, her helmet sort of attached to the side of her hip, waiting, along with two other um, similarly dressed individuals, all women. Um, she's in her probably mid 40s, while the others seem to be in their maybe early 20s comparatively. And those same markings of somewhat well of somewhat well remembered shall we say, factions on each shoulder. And she sort of waves to you and gives you a somewhat stony smile. Ah, Mr. Tex.
Tip my hat. Ladies?
The other two don't seem to even pay you any mind. They seem very high alert for whatever reason. But Indra seems incredibly relaxed at the moment and looks at you. Welcome, Mr. Tex. How are you?
I'm doing quite good. We've had a few successful hauls on this station, and we're actually getting ready to depart, or we'll be able to depart by tomorrow afternoon with our.
Ah, this is good news. Would you be able to accept 2 large containers if we are still a go for our job? We will
Well,
also need to offload them partway through. Oh, well, at the end of the job. Offloading won't be so difficult, but we just need the room. And that is all.
do I know if our ship is atmospheric rated?
It is.
Oh,
Your
okay,
ship is
cool.
Atmo
Awesome.
capable.
Okay. Let's see, 2 shipping containers.
They will essentially, on your ship, they will take up 2. Each one will take up 2 of those blocks. 2 of those
okay.
squares.
Right. That's fine. What about moving stuff around inside? Do we have basically a forklift that goes with our ship, or like for moving cargo around?
It depends on where you're moving things, but I believe, Busty, did we decide on something
We
like that?
said yeah. I just didn't get time for it.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so we got some kind of like little hover.
Yeah, so you kind of have like a forklift-esque thing that could do the job for the most part with some finagling.
Cool. Just wanted to make sure we didn't get them.
Yep.
We're like, well, we got to move it out. I guess I'll just point the ship upwards and open the rear bay. Okay, then yeah. As far as being able to offload, we can certainly do that. If we have to go onto a planet, we can do that as well. I only have 2 rules: I don't haul drugs, and I don't haul. Well, like slaves is what I mean by people. But yeah,
You'll be hauling neither while working with me.
excellent. Then I am open to the option of continuing our business arrangements for this particular.
All right. We do have one further request, at least until we get into space. We would like to move quickly when it is time to go. So when you are ready, we will, or feel free to call me. I will bring over our equipment. We will load it, and we would like to go relatively quickly if possible. There
Sure
are
thing.
many here who look down on our kind, and I would like to not have any disagreements with people here.
That shouldn't be a problem. May I know at this time as to our destination?
That is something that we will have to talk about. There are 2 potential destinations, and that is your choice. But perhaps that is best described or discussed once we are away from prying eyes.
Sure thing. How about approximate length of the journey? We have supplies for, I believe, up to 30 days, but is this going to be anything several systems away or in system, or any idea of
It will be either 2 sectors away or 3, and that is your choice.
Oh, okay. That's easy. No worries then. Yeah, tomorrow afternoon we should be ready to go then.
All right. Then perhaps tomorrow evening we will bring our equipment at your notification.
That sounds excellent. We are in Bay, wherever we actually are with this. And we'll be ready for you then. 27. We are in Bay 27, and I can give you a notification when we are ready to.
I await your message. Have a good day, Mr. Tex.
And you as well. Ladies, I need like tips at all 3 of them again.
As she turns around, you see she pulls her helmet out off of the side as the other just do too, to place them on. And along the hip that the helmet had covered is the symbol for Texarkana and about 50 tally marks.
Okay.
And they walk off.
I thought that was on. I thought that was one on the shoulder, like she had stolen it. Oh, okay.
No. Those were from the other two factions.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Yeah. It honestly, it doesn't really bother text that much.
I kind of figured, but yeah, just a little bit of extra characters.
Yeah. No, I like it. I like it.
But yeah, so they walk off, presumably to do whatever and prepare.
Sure. All right. Then I head back to the ship and basically tell everybody, all right, I got us work. We will be able to leave on our new job tomorrow evening. We'll be hauling 2 big crates. And from what she said, I assume she means that she's going to be coming along with us.
From what you understood, yeah.
Okay. All right. And a couple passengers.
Well, let's hope a certain someone doesn't fuck this job up too.
I didn't do anything.
Not you.
Oh, okay.
Well, the fact that you're assuming makes you more suspicious. Just don't assume that you're the. Anyways.
Why would you assume it was you? You're the medic.
Yeah,
Well, everyone blames me for everything.
What you got going on that we should know about?
Nanites.
Yeah, I would take the 5 minutes to do that.
All right. I'll go ahead and set up an access system linked to me and Ozzy for both rooms.
All right.
Yeah. Plus, the tech room is right underneath the workshop, so it seems.
Oh, yeah, nice.
It works.
Drill, drop a cable.
Relatively simple.
So sector to sector travel does not require spike drive jumps, right? That's just interstellar travel.
Sector to sector travel is what requires the spike jump.
Oh, awesome!
Yep.
No, I'm down with that.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay, I just want to make sure I was understanding the terms right.
Yep. So in sector travel does not require spike drive jumps. Sector to sector travel does.
Okay, so sectors are star systems. Is that
basically? Yeah. Here, I'll do this really quickly. I'll move you guys over to Zim map.
Yeah.
The upper part of the map is what's going to change. You guys are actually here at Alamo. Is where you started, believe it or not.
Wait, what?
And yeah, well, Alamo Station is in the sector that you guys are in.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a second, we're not at Alamo. Okay,
So,
I got you.
So if you were to jump, say here, right? That is that will require 1 bit of fuel. Each set of fuel is, I think, 100 or 1,000 credits. I'll look. And so that would then to get us each sector, each hex that you travel requires 1 unit of fuel, for lack of a better way to put it.
Sure.
And requires a spike drive jump.
All right. That works for me.
Let's see. We will worry about the spike drill next time. But
yeah, I guess that evening, I'll just say, just so we can start the conversation out of game. Mm-hmm. So, are we gonna just leave this fucking ship called the Siren's Lab?
We'll workshop it, I guess.
Hopefully not.
I was thinking,
we can discuss it in the evening, whatever works.
Yeah.
But you would need to register the ship before taking off.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm just like, hey, before next game, we need to do this. I'm good with the color. I know some people said that it was all right. But...
Yeah, I like the color. I actually like the name too, but I love the artwork the most.
No, yeah, I'm fine with the color.
All right. The rest we can sort out.
Yeah, we'll name the ship and then get the fuck off this station.
Yep.
You could name it just a designation until you chose a name, but what you guys would know is that the name does have a history in nearby systems as not a good history. That would have been available as it was used as a pirate ship for about 6 months. There would be an alert that went out saying it was no longer a pirate ship, but you never know if somebody got the message or not. That's up to you. Or well, that's up to more chance than anything else, and we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys would need to have that done before you leave. And the crew,
Yeah.
if need be.
We could call it the Chucklefish. That could work.
The Bumblefire? What?
How about Mermaid's Kiss instead of Siren's Laugh?
Okay, we'll workshop it out of game. This will
Call
be
it
a
humanity.
many suggestions conversation.
All right. Well, with that though, I think we'll wrap up here with Lexi gone anyway. So
We didn't level up for short-term goals, did we?
Actually, here at the end, considering the ship is about ready to go, yeah, that is level up. That's what I was
Yay.
waiting on.
Yay.
So yeah,
Hey.
you guys are level 2.
Which means 4 skill points for us experts, as well as I think. Do we get focus, or focus is not a thing? When do you get?
2.
You do get a new
Four.
foci, but I think it's like every
So,
2 levels.
are
But I think you
we-
get one at 2.
Are we 0 out of 6 now?
I was just gonna ask that.
Are you 0 out of 6 or 3 out of 6?
You are 3 out of 6.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. So we
So that has your total XP, and so right now it's every 3 XP you level up, and then later it's
Until
weirder.
it's not.
And then it goes to 6, and then
All right.
works. For me.
So, because we need to put in a workshop, I won't be able to build my power armor just yet, but I can get working on a piece of an Icarus harness, which could be
Hey.
useful.
I would love a
Weird.
fucking laser sight on my gun.
We're also about to have a lot
Okay.
more time for you to work on stuff too if you got a
Yeah.
workshop.
Yep.
'Cause
And
flying
what
takes
I
a
will
while.
say is, and I don't know if this is going to be direct, but if you are in a space that is conducive to what you are working on your ship, because it is your personalized space, I will grant +1 bonuses to those rolls.
Does that count for the helm?
Actually, it does once
Oh,
you get used
shit.
to it.
You laugh,
You'll
but
have
who's
to.
laughing now?
I would argue you would have to maybe make one flight out to really get a good feel for the ship, because you
Oh,
really
yeah,
haven't had the opportunity to.
Yeah.
But after that, yes.
Cool.
Once you've made the space your own, yes.
Oh man, I need bobblehead dolls or like the little hula girl.
Okay, now to see
You need
what the fuck I
dinosaurs
get.
because wash.
Wait.
Yep, that'd be
You
good
didn't
too.
have that on your last ship?
He probably did, but he didn't get a chance to take stuff off. It's a
Oh.
long story.
What the fuck do I get for hold on?
Basically, long story short, and this will probably come out in game eventually, but Tex had to walk away from everything. Like literally just nope, can't go back to it. And then like just fucking
Yep.
Great.
all
I'm
right.
gonna go ahead
Well,
and
that
roll
works
HP.
for me. I'll probably work on level ups out of game, but I gotta go. So this was fun.
All right.
Nice.
Hey,
Before I go, I did.
Tex was in combat.
Yeah.
Tex got fucked.
Well, yeah, but he did also fuck some guys up.
He did. He did a good job, but it was also getting fucked up
Yeah,
there
that
a
was
little bit
fucking
too.
close. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man. I did not expect it to roll that high, but
Yeah, that hurt.
yeah. I was expecting because it's 2d6. I was kind of expecting maybe a 6 or 7.
Yeah,
After that, 3 or 4.
I was
I
really
knew
hoping.
it had the potential to knock you the fuck out, but also I
Right.
knew Jace had some Lazarus patches.
Yeah, I've got one on me too because somebody gave me one. I was really hoping that whoever went next would get in the doorway and then shoot them and kill them. Nope.
I got you covered.
Yeah,
Also,
well,
I
I
did
appreciate
save 3 of us. I'm just pointing that out. Okay, we're good.
What's 2d6 plus 4?
So that's the thing they put in, but since you said we take a
That's
full
my
roll,
HP.
You don't have to re-roll your first HP.
Oh. Okay.
No, you keep your first, and then you're gonna add it on.
No, it
Ah.
says to replace on the level up thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna
roll
say
and
you
then-
guys are always gonna keep your first.
Okay, so
So you're always gonna have a base of a decent amount of HP. I never want you guys to be stuck with 2.
Yeah,
So
fair enough.
suck.
So what you will do is you will have your base 6
Okay.
plus con,
Mm-hmm.
and then each level you'll re-roll or whatever from level 2 up. That's just to give you
Okay.
something. I don't want to be like sniper fire. You're dead.
So now
Grenade.
I've got 9
2
HP, which works.
A rock hits you in the head. Oh look, you only had 1 HP because you rolled like trash.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
So it's
To be
1d6
fair,
plus
we
Constitution.
would have had a minimum of 6 anyways, because that's you will always take. So you reroll with what you have, and then if it's less, you add +1 to your current. If it's more, you take that.
And it's just 1d6 plus Constitution, right?
For our new hit points die, yes.
Unless you're a
Yay,
warrior,
2.
adventurer, or adventurers with partial warrior, you also get an additional 2 hit points each time.
I don't get that. I get other like skill bonuses and stuff with mine.
Well, you get an extra skill point, which is nice.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, I'm just gonna add that to my hit points, and I will be heading out. So I'll see.
All right.
Later.
Well, hope you guys enjoyed. You guys managed to make mincemeat of some of Drowny's friends, and I will see you next week for the first time our ship gets to take off into space under its own power and properly outfitted.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if those were his friends. If they were his friends, they were kind of shit friends. So you're
They
welcome.
were.
Anyways.
They were not. They were colleagues. But yes, hopefully we'll catch you guys next week when I finally finish setting shit up on my new laptop so I can stream on it.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. Anyways,
I'm gonna go get me some food as well. Feel free to throw ideas for names in there, and once you guys settle on a name, tell me, and I will alter some